Hello? Hello? Everything should be working. I think. Probably. Most likely. But maybe not. Let's wait a second anyway. Actually, hang on. Let me do one more thing since I'm just now seeing that. Let me quickly move myself over a little bit. There, I think that's better. Because yeah, I was kind of covering up the text box a little bit too much. I think this is acceptable. I hope. I hope this is acceptable. If it's not, then oops. Well, ain't changing anything now. Alright, looks like everything's working. Just, making sure and everything. So yeah, it's finally happening. I know at least one person was certainly looking forward to playing this. To me playing this, I should say. But yeah, Doki Doki World of Dreams. It's happening. It was gonna happen in the previous stream I did, but then the Genshin update came out and I wanted to... part of me really wanted to do that, the new main quest line anyway. And Discord agreed that I should jump into it right away and not wait. So that's why this got pushed off a little bit. But now I'm doing it. Now it's happening. So we're playing Doki Doki World of Dreams. It's been a while. I'm excited to jump back into the DLC after what feels like forever, honestly, at this point. I'm curious to see if I can still do the voices. Because I know that Monica's voice was always kind of a little bit of a problem for me. I think Sayori's voice was a little bit like this, like hyper energetic and stuff. But can't get too close to Natsuki's voice, but then again her sassy tone kind of makes up for that. Well, it's not like I like you or anything. Yeah, no, I think I think I got her voice still figured out. Just warming up my vocal cords right now while I wait for people to show up. And Yuri's voice, I think Yuri's voice was a little something like this, more soft-spoken kind of voice. And for Monica, oh dear God, Monica. What voice did Monica have again? I'm sorry, I'm really just warming up my vocal cords and trying to remember all the voices I gave these characters. But I think... Wasn't Monica a little bit... No. Honestly, I'm not sure what Monica's voice was. I just remember it being a little bit more difficult for me to do. Anyway, let's click through these opening text messages and actually get to playing the game, right? Ooh, look at that, a mouse cursor. DDLC World of Dreams is a Doki Doki Literature Club fan mod that is not affiliated with Team Salvado. It is designed to be played only after the official game has been completed and contains spoilers for the official game. You heard it here first. Then again, the same was kind of true of the previous mod. Game files for Doki Doki Literature Club are required to play this mod and can be downloaded for free at the official website or on Steam. By playing the DLC World of Dreams, you agree that you have completed Doki Doki Literature Club and accept any spoilers contained within. I absolutely agree. By the way, I hope the audio is okay. Is the sound annoying anyone? Okay, let's just agree. But yeah, if the audio levels are off, I can adjust it. Whoa, the background was a little bit colorful. New BGM. Now I can see it. The world beyond the stars. Okay, sorry I couldn't. Why do they look different? Also, it's Act 1 apparently. I'm guessing... I'm not sure how long Act 1 is gonna be. It might only... Since it's only one act, I'm guessing it might just fill up 2 streams. But why do they look different? Yuri, Natsuki, what's wrong with your hair? Why did your hair change color? I mean, sure, it's a more natural hair color, but... That hair really don't suit Natsuki. Her pink hair really did suit her a lot better. I mean, these hair colors are a lot more natural, but still. And yes, we're playing it. So also welcome. Welcome. Two people already in chat, I see. Starting off the stream with a bang. Always nice to see multiple people coming to join me right away. Well, I say we just jump right in, and honestly, for Yuri, I think the black hair does still kind of suit Yuri, but for Natsuki, I'm not sure. I really think her pink hair fit her a whole lot better. Sayori, well, her hair didn't change too much, I guess, but still. Alright, new game. Please enter a first name. Well, that's quite simple. We are Code. Oh, enter a last name. Wow, they actually want you to have two names. Well, I mean, I guess we'll just do this. Sayori's, well, original ones are the best, I agree. Interestingly enough, Monika's the only one whose hair color hasn't changed. But yeah, Monika's is the only one that hasn't changed. Interesting. Hey everyone, Morbius Green here. As this is my very first attempt at a mod/story, I'm sorry for any mistakes I may have made. In order to better enjoy the mod, headphones/earphones are encouraged for a more immersive experience. Anyway, enjoy Doki Doki World of Dreams Act 1. Who's shrimping? No one be shrimping here. And who would I be shrimping for? Now let's see. I'm curious how long this first act is. Is it gonna be just enough for one stream, or are we gonna make 2 streams out of it? I'm not sure. We'll see. I can already see new backgrounds, so starting off strong. Also, the text box for some reason is gray in this mod. It's a nice night. Not too cold, but just warm enough to enjoy a nice cold one before bed. Crack open my soda can and take a sip, enjoying the peace and quiet for once. It is a nice house. It's not the same as in the original game, so are we technically a different character, or are we living somewhere else? Did we move? Are we moving to a different place? Or is this entire game just taking place in a different area? Well, since the title is World of Dreams, who knows what it's gonna be like. There might be a lot of dream world stuff connected to the plot, you know. Mom and Dad aren't home tonight. They've taken their second honeymoon to the beaches of Hawaii, and they left me behind. Nice. I love my parents, but I do like a quiet house more often than not. Understandable. I really do understand that. I am glad that they're off enjoying their time together. As much as I like the quiet of being alone, Mom and Dad make having a relationship look amazing. They have fights, sure, but their anger always dissipates after they cool down. I've never seen a happier couple. Oh my god. Of course, everyone's here for anime girls, I dare say. Honestly, I would say I'm here for Natsuki, but if she is gonna keep her new hair color in this game, then I'm not sure what to think of her. In which case, I might come crawling back to Yuri. Straight here for shrimping. I mean, it's a visual novel full of cute anime girls. What do you expect people to do here? I take another sip. Well, the quiet is still nice. After a while, I finish the soda, stretch, and head inside. Sit down on the couch, wrap myself up in a warm blanket, and turn on the TV. Bright white. No program, just pure whiteness. I browse through the stations and find an old show to watch. As I sit there, I get a text from Dad. It's a selfie of him and Mom at the beach with the tagline, "Miss you, honey." They look pretty happy. I go back to watching TV. Couldn't care less about the happiness of family members. The blanket is nice and cozy. I think I'm gonna nod off. So, is the literature club in any way connected to well, basically us just going to sleep and dreaming, and also those that glitch effect right now seems to solidify that something's gonna happen the moment we fall asleep. Is it me or is like does it look really realistic like the background? I think it does look a little bit more realistic than the original game. So that's one thing this mod certainly has done. So it's a so the style of of the backgrounds in this mod seems a little bit more realistic so far, which isn't a bad thing. So far, I think the background art looks pretty good, so I'm not complaining. Oh, night. we're definitely gonna get some interesting stuff happening once we fall asleep, huh? But good night. All right, let's get back here. Game, you okay? Saturday, October 21st, 2017. Another morning. And suddenly, we're back at the main character's house from the original game rather than the mod. What happened? Thank goodness it's Saturday. Sit up and stretch, looking out at the nice weekend weather. Meiji. Meiji? Who's Meiji? Are you a boy or a girl? I don't know what voice to give you until I see you. So, until I know more about you, I'm just gonna keep reading it in my normal voice, I guess. Uh, Yesterday's test was so not cool. I headed downstairs to grab some breakfast. Don't hear anyone else around, but I see a note from my mom. Since it's a note and not voice dialogue, again, normal voice. That's how I do stuff here. And Kirill Ivanov, hi, welcome to the stream. I hope you do voice acting. I mean, I did that for the previous mod. I'm trying to remember I spent a little bit of the beginning of the stream just trying to remember the voices I gave to the main cast. I'm still not quite certain I found my Monica voice again. But I think I can do the good old Tsundere Natsuki voice again. I think that's the easiest one for me to find. But it's still gonna be cringy, and I think everyone knows that. Whether you have seen the previous mod playthrough or you haven't, you would pretty much know that any voices here are gonna be cringy, especially if you do like Tsundere. Good morning, Meiji. Dad and I went to visit Aiko. Please try and at least take a walk today. Have a good day. We'll be back late tonight. Your dad and I love you, Mom. Oh, jeez. Mom can be such a worrywart sometimes. It's embarrassing. I leave the note and look in the fridge for something to eat. I decide on some cereal. When I'm done eating, I head back upstairs. Time to relax. I grab the new manga I've been reading and lay back on my bed. Get so into it I lose track of time. La 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 la. Is it Sayori? Can't help but hear the voice of a girl singing to herself from outside. I look out the window to see who it is. See an annoying girl. It's Sayori. It's definitely Sayori. I see an annoying girl skipping down the road, smiling like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. It's super Sayori. It's such a similar introduction to her as well. Oh, it's Sayori. Hey! That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Again, the new look, I think that the change of hair color is what kind of puts me off a little bit, because it's just, if you're so used to the character designs as you got to know them from the original game, then changing their appearance, just changing their clothes, totally fine, makes sense. But even their hair color, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what to think about that. I mean, again, for Sayori, it's not too different. But for Natsuki, I really don't see myself liking that change. Hoodie and anime girl equals cute. That much is true, yeah. It just feels a little bit off if you know her with a different hair color. We used to walk to school together, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently and I would get tired of waiting up. It's similar introduction. I wonder where she's off to. Her phone rings. I watch as she stops and pulls it out. Hibbity hoppity, I sense dreams and poetry. You do be correct. You failed to inform me that they actually changed the hair color of the main cast except for Monica, and it's throwing me off, but yeah. Okay, Sayori. Let's see. Hyper upbeat voice. I did it in the beginning of the stream. I think I can do Sayori again. At least the same voice I did for her previously. Hello? Hi. No, I just got up. We're still having the club meeting at noon, right? Yep, I'll be there in a little bit. And Ducky, hey, what's up? See you soon. Bye. Okay, I think that was a similar voice to the one Sayori had last time I played this game. Sayori, no one's gonna get hung up here. But yeah, nothing much up with me. Sup with you. Okay, Sayori hangs up and skips off down the street. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Apparently, we know this already. It's so weird because the main character here has a different name and stuff. So it can't be Monica Mod. Well, not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Let me guess the next line. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. Look at me. It's so sad that I know this game too much. Then again, these introduction lines, you hear them so often. And the previous mod I played also had that introduction, so whatever. It's not like it's anything special to remember the lines. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Unless you count manga, because manga is literature. That's Natsuki's line. But I'm glad you agree, because it's true. I grab my manga and continue reading until my stomach rumbles, telling me it's lunchtime. What happened so far? Nothing much. We just saw the new guy's house, got a few glitch effects, then he went to sleep, and suddenly I'm playing a different character in a different place. And we just met Sayori. And actually we didn't even meet her, we were just looking at her from inside our room. So that's what happened. Head downstairs and find some cup ramen in the cupboard. After boiling the water, I let the noodles sit while I find a soda to drink. It might just be a dream, yeah. Either it's a dream or we're playing multiple characters in this game. But seeing as this is the character I'm currently playing, I'm just gonna do my normal voice. Even if there are multiple main characters, I think the main characters I'm gonna stick with my normal voice for any of the main characters I play. Because otherwise I feel like this could escalate. Finish lunch and head back up to my room. The sun's coming in. I close the shades and find some anime to watch. The hours pass in a blur. Look at my phone a bit later and notice that it's almost 10 at night. Huh, guess I should sleep. I turn off the TV and get ready for bed. Just one more day of the blessed weekend. I yawn and fall asleep slowly. Any more glitch effects? Are we jumping into another role again? Anime watching. Anime makes sense, yeah. World of Dreams, I think it's another dimension or something. You know, it could be... Are we gonna glitch out? Are we gonna jump back to our character from the beginning? Update ddlc.exe updated successfully. World.wld updated successfully. Meiji.chr updated. Oh, new character files. Player character file. FPL installed. Player character placement fail. Okay. Sunday. So, who are we? I think we're back to the character from the beginning. I'm guessing the text box color will give it away. So the character we started playing in the beginning has a gray text box. Meiji has a red text box. Okay. I grow and the alarm next to me is blaring in my ear non-stop. I'm confused. I mean, feel free to be confused. But with DDLC, it's a given to expect kind of glitchy programming language stuff, because that's the thing that the original game was also about. With Monica literally rewriting the game she was in order to be able to hang out with the main character more. So what happened last night? Let's see. I spent the evening alone since mom and dad are away. My memory's hazy after that. Did I pass out on the couch? Or did I make it to bed? Ah, that alarm. Time to shut you up. In my half-asleep state, I reach over and turn the alarm off. As I do so, I realize that I didn't set an alarm the night before. I never set alarms in the first place. Sit up and look around the room, only to realize it's completely dark. What the hell? What happened last night? Am I sick or something? Oh, you know what? Placing the character failed. So were we just placed in the void? Is that what happened? Is that why we can't see anything? But then where's the alarm coming from? Try to feel for my phone, which I normally keep on the nightstand to my left. However, my hand hits a wall. What the hell? Okay, deep breaths, deep breaths. My right hand finally lands on something that feels like a phone, on what I assume is a nightstand on my right. Only it isn't my smartphone, but a flip phone. Did we swap places with Meiji? Did the two main characters swap places? One is just living in a normal world and the other is living in a classic slice of life, literature club, anime, school setting. And did we just swap places? Is that what happened? Because that's an interesting plot point. Also technically an isekai in that case. I open it. The alarm is coming from the phone. I turn it off, then use it as a light to help me look around the room. Are we now in the bedroom that Meiji was just in? We are. Oh, in that case, I think Meiji might have woken up in our timeline. That's curious. Be like, hippity hoppity, Meiji's body is now my property. I mean, I wouldn't complain if I suddenly got put into an anime world with lots of cute waifus. Who would complain? But I'm guessing by the judging by the ominous music that he's freaking out. Which, okay, fair. If you woke up in a totally different place than where you fall asleep, in a place you didn't recognize, I guess it's only fair that you would be panicking initially. Now I'm interested? Honestly, same. It honestly feels quite a bit different from what I was expecting. What? This isn't my room? But there's something familiar about it. I get out of bed and almost fall flat on my face. Why does my body feel lighter? Oh, did we actually get into his body? Did we not just swap places, like, entirely, but are we actually in his body as well? I stumble over to the door and hit the light switch, blinking the light out of my eyes. Top 4 or something? Alright, in that case, it better live up to that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is the main character's room. Oh, let me guess. So, we played DDLC. So we're playing as someone who has played DDLC in his original timeline. Oh, that's... Sure. A dream come true, get reincarnated into a game you enjoyed, basically. Huh. I was gonna say something else, but I completely forgot what I was gonna say. It's been a while since I've played Doki Doki Literature. Yeah, okay, of course we played it. It's been a while since I've played Doki Doki Literature Club. I did play a few mods, look up alternate routes, even tried for the good ending. I didn't just try for the good ending, I actually got the good ending when I played the original game. But I didn't play that on stream, but I did play another mod on stream, and now I'm playing this mod. Okay. What a game, jeez. Okay, first question that I would have in this case is, what point in the timeline am I in? Are the characters all still alive, or did someone already die? That would be my first question. But judging by the fact that we saw Sayori outside earlier, everyone should be alive. Then again, we didn't see that, Meiji saw that. but we didn't. Still can't listen to Monica's song without tearing up, though. Wait. The main character's room didn't have a window, right? Ah, that's not important right now. So it's slightly different. Imagine if Code ends the live stream and goes to sleep and then wakes up. It certainly would be interesting. Now the question is, would the main character then be taking my place? So right now the question is, did Meiji take our place? Or did we just completely override Meiji's consciousness? Because that would be horrible. But for now I'm just gonna assume that we traded places. In which case, can you imagine if Meiji opens up our PC and plays Doki Doki Literature Club and is like, I know these people? That would be an interesting twist. I approach the door cautiously, slowly opening it. Okay, looks like I'm on the second floor, not surprised. Oh no. What's that room with the small window? Perfect, a room with a mirror. So we're gonna find out, or we're gonna get to see what Meiji looks like, I guess. Turn on the light. I'm guessing he just looks like the basic main character from the DLC. Yeah, that's pretty much what the main character looks like. We didn't get to see much of him in the original game, but many mods have already designed what he might look like from the front. Because in the original game, we only see him from the back when he's hugging Sayori. What the hell? I don't look like this. Who am I looking at? I almost shout in shock, but I remember at just last minute to keep my voice down. Haven't seen him? Well, now you have. Turn off the light and head back into the hallway. I see two other rooms and a door that looks like it leads to a balcony. I hear soft breathing from one of the rooms. Whose rooms are these? I pause. That wasn't English. That sounds like Japanese. Oh, apparently we can speak fluent Japanese now. So that's a thing. Nihongo ga hanasemasu. Hanasemasu. Omoshiroi desu ne. Yeah. That wasn't English, that sounded like Japanese. I know what Japanese sounds like since I watch anime. Do I know Japanese somehow? That definitely wasn't English. Clear my throat softly and try saying something in English. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Thank God, looks like that worked. Try switching back to Japanese. Testing. 1, 2, 3. I stop and think. It seems as if I can switch between languages without any problems. So main character apparently wasn't bilingual before, but now he is because the Japanese file was loaded. But now I'm freaking out. When did I learn a completely new language? I mean, I'd be happy if I could just pick up a completely new language out of nowhere. The more you know about code. Hey, come on, it's not like my Japanese is amazing. I have basic knowledge of the language, okay? Basic. But my vocabulary isn't that amazing. Anyway. But now I'm freaking out when I learn a completely new language. And does that mean I'm in Japan somehow? I mean, this house does feel a bit like a Japanese house. I rub my forehead. My head feels like it's twice as heavy as it was before. Sighing, I smack my cheeks to clear my head. Exploration comes first. Put my ear to the second room's door and, hearing nothing, gently opens that door. Oh no, don't gently open the door in a DDLC world. That's not gonna end well. I open the door and look around briefly. The room most likely belongs to a girl. But whose room is it? Quickly but quietly leave the room. Somehow I have the feeling that whoever owns this room won't appreciate me snooping. However did you come to that conclusion? Walk downstairs and find myself facing a hallway. To the left is a kitchen and to the right is a living room. I head into the kitchen first, it's exactly as I remember in that game. What I don't expect is the large sliding glass door to the left of the fridge. Head back to the hallway and look at the first two doors. Another toilet? Don't know about Japanese house design, but to have two toilets, main character's parents must be well off. I don't like how it's going. I head to the other room. Well, to be fair, we're just snooping around what in the early in the morning. I'm guessing it's not in the middle of the night because our alarm went off, and I doubt the main character would have set it for the middle of the night. But apparently we're the only one who's awake snooping around right now. Shower room, of course. Pretty nice one too. What's in the other room? Alright. Pretty good sized bath. Deep too. If what I know of Japanese houses is right, this is fairly typical. And at the end of the hallway is a simple closet with a shelf and a few odds and ends hanging up. Honestly, the music is pretty eerie. It has no right being this creepy right now because we're just looking through our house. Well, technically it's not our house, but it's the house of the person whose body we're currently in, so it's technically our house. The door on the left leads down to a basement. I decide to explore that later. Spare bedroom. Guest room? Maybe. Turn on the lights. Wonder if this is an office or a spare bedroom. Turn off the light and leave, closing the door quietly. The living room is the largest room I've seen so far. The digital clock on the DVD player says it's 4:12 a.m. Wow, that is in the middle of the night. From upstairs I hear a door open, a light turns on. Meiji, is that you? A mature sounding female voice calls down the stairs. Okay. I'm guessing the MC is Meiji? But I didn't choose that name when I played the DLC, so why that name? Because it's the name of a person? Am I not in the main character's body? I walk upstairs, so the mom definitely looks a little bit different in this mod compared to the previous one I played. I wonder who this woman is. I'm guessing this is the mom of the person I saw in the mirror? Well, best not to assume. Time to bluff my way through this. The woman approaches me worriedly. Hello, very mature lady. I'm not sure what voice to give you. Considering she's the main character's mom, she should have a similar voice. Should I try recapturing the voice I gave the mom in the previous? No, I don't even remember that. It's been too long. Are you feeling okay, Meiji? I think that's close enough. So I am inside Meiji's body. I'm fine. I just had a nightmare and was going to get a glass of water. From behind the woman I hear shuffling. A man walks out. Meiji's dead, I'm guessing. Fall asleep listening to that music. Alright, if you like falling asleep while listening to creepy music, I won't judge. Meiji's dead, I'm guessing. What's going on out there, Minako? Wait, Meiji? Why are you up so early, son? Guess that confirms that. This has to be Meiji's dad. Watching anime girls time? Officially scared of you? You know, Rob is a scary individual. But at least he's open about this stuff. You never know what people might be hiding from you. He had a nightmare, Tatsuo. Meiji, I'll get you a glass of water. You just go to bed. Alright. And I guess this makes this woman Meiji's mom. I head back in and sit on the edge of my bed. Meiji's mom comes in a bit later with a glass of cold water, which I drink gratefully. She sits next to me. Want to tell me about your dream? Want to tell me about your dream? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can. Too many voices, and I don't want to slip into any of the voices I already have reserved for the main cast, you know. I shrug, trying to remember how teenage me would act. Wasn't so long ago for me after all, but for some reason it's hard to remember. It's okay, Mom, I can't really remember anything about it. Can't act for shit. Had a nightmare, I was no longer the main character. Die. Yeah, no one would die here. I'm guessing this is a happy mod again. Just a happy little mod where no one dies, where everyone can be happy. You sure? You look a bit pale. I nearly jump as this woman presses her forehead to mine. You're not sick or anything. Startled, I move back a bit. Meiji? Try to act like a teenager. Try to act like a teenager, me. How would one react? I'm really okay, I'm just tired. Try to make my words sound sleepy. And that's not hard, considering it's so early in the morning. Well, alright, if you're sure. You should sleep, dear. It's the weekend still, after all. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think her voice is gonna be one of the more generic voices I do. Because, well, she has to sound generic, she's related to the main character. So her sounding similar wouldn't be too bad. And makes it easier for me. It's okay. Now go to sleep, sweetie. See you in the morning. Alright, night. Good night, Meiji. She turns off the light and I lie down on the bed. Close my eyes and let my mind wander. Start thinking about my current situation. I'm freaking out. This has got to be a very elaborate dream. Nako-chan will stay away for now until someone forces her to reappear. Until someone forces me to summon her from the depths of my being. I mean, first, to wake up in the main character's room. No, this is my room. And who the hell are you? I sit up quickly and look around. Someone had just shouted in my ear. Tilt my head in confusion. Who said that? I did. What's going on? Why can't I move? Oh my god, Meiji. Is Meiji in my head? We're sharing the same body, aren't we? We're sharing the same body and I'm the one in control. So he didn't go to my world, he's still here. And we just took over his body. He's still conscious, apparently. Maybe he was still asleep while we were walking around earlier. And now he's freaking out because he can't move his body. And there's someone else in his head. Oh, that'd be so creepy. Could you imagine that happening to you? Question code. To keep someone special in your basement? Not gonna answer that question. No. Come on. What kind of question is that? I mean, it's not like I... It's not like I try to abduct people by streaming and making people follow me and then turning around and grabbing them and dragging them into my basement. Wouldn't ever do that. So please keep following me on this journey as we grow the channel. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Okay, the creepy music certainly helped, I think. Okay. Don't laugh like that. Why shouldn't I? Becoming Yuri intensifies. Oh no. No. I'm scared of you guys. As you should be. You're only allowed to follow me. No one else. No one else. Okay, let's move on with the game because I feel like this is going to places where I don't want this going right now. I did. What's going on? Why can't I move? The voice sounds terrified. It also sounds like my voice. It's coming from my head, like some kind of audible thought. Realization sets in. Hold up, are you Meiji? Damn right I am. Who the hell are you? I lie back down. Listen, I'm sure you're freaking out a lot, but it's nothing compared to how I'm feeling. I should tell him my name. The music had to be done. The music gave me the scary vibe. I mean, it's supposed to be creepy music, so... I'm CodeErr, by the way. I'm from America. Apparently I'm from America suddenly. That's news to me, but okay. Shizumeiji. Now seriously, what the hell is going on? You have control of my body. How are you any more terrified than I am? Good mood chemicals. Alright then, you do you, I guess. He sounds even more scared than I feel. Getting him to calm down isn't going to be easy, but I have to do this. I take a few deep breaths and to try to calm myself down first. Finally, I'm ready. If you want to know, just calm down and I'll tell you. But I don't understand any of this either. Calm? How can I be calm? I'm trapped in my own... My cheek stings from my self-inflicted slap. Calm down. Monkey that is not a monkey must go. Well, that's an interesting quote. Damn it. I felt that. Good. I'll just take a few deep breaths, alright? It's not doing us any good just panicking. So, okay, he can at least still feel stuff in this body. Very deep, yeah, super deep. Every monkey that's not a monkey must go. Understandable. Good, now just take a few deep breaths, alright? It's not going to do us any good just panicking. How the hell are you so calm? I'm not. I'm just as freaked out as you are, trust me. Let's just take a few moments. Ask me about deepness. At least the creepy music stopped, you know. Let's just take a few moments. I lie back down on the bed and breathe normally, trying to let my own racing mind slow down. Slowly, my heartbeat returns to a somewhat more normal rate, but not that I know what the normal heart rate for this body is. Kinda interesting? It is. Also, Rob, since you were the one who recommended this to me, it's currently only Act 1 is released, right? Because it said Act 1 when I downloaded it and opened the game and everything. But do you know how long this act is? Like, how many streams it will take roughly? Maybe 2 streams? Because I am not sure. Because usually when I read Act 1, I'm like, oh, okay, it can't be that long. So maybe it's gonna be done in 1 stream, but maybe not. Also, Asuna is the best waifu 222. That's a lot of L's. And welcome to the stream. Took me like 8 to 11 hours for Act 1 that long. Well, in that case, we can look forward to when the next ones drop. Jesus. Okay, this will take a few streams then. Alright. So I guess I'm not going crazy. I slowly shake my head and sit back up. I lean against the wall. No, you really aren't. I was just hoping this is some kind of bad dream. You and me both, believe me. So, can you tell me what's going on now? And who are you anyway? Must I read the 30 hours of visual novel in a... Okay. That is okay. Well, I'm not sure I can tell you anything about the what. And before I tell you who I am, there are a few things we should address. Like what? I rub the bridge of my nose. Okay, listen. What I'm about to tell you is going to make me sound crazy. So you're going to have to bear with me, alright? Well, what other choice do I have? Thank you. First of all, I need to ask you a couple of questions. Is that okay? Okay, shoot. How old are you right now? 18, why? I'll explain later. I grab Meiji's phone and look at it. The date on the front screen reads October 22nd, 2017. Sunday, according to this phone. Okay, I admit, that was not what I was expecting, but I can work with that. The game isn't clear on what day the main character joins the club, but it definitely wasn't a Sunday. Hey, you're third year in high school, right? Yes, why? Chat talking about anime watch times and everything. Does your school have a culture festival? Yeah, we do. It's next week. Why do you ask? I frown. Only one more day until the game begins. Or two, I don't know. Game? What game? A game of life and death involving you. Well, us now, I guess. What do you mean? Should I tell him or not? Do I get a choice here? I'm not sure how he'll react to being told he's just a camera for a horror visual novel. Ah, hell, screw it. Listen very carefully. What I'm about to say can never leave these lips by either of us. Got it? Okay, you're freaking me out a bit. I'm sorry, but this is important. Please, make me that promise. You cannot tell a soul. Not yet, anyway. Okay, I don't know how I could tell anyone, but I promise. Here goes nothing. Alright. Well, the world you live in, this world, is not what you think. You know what a visual novel is, right? Sit in the corner and think, well... Of course I do. You're a part of a visual novel called Doki Doki Literature Club. In fact, you're the main protagonist. Don't screw with me. There it is. That's the reaction I was expecting. I'm not, I promise. Oh yeah? If that's the truth, then why me? I'm nothing special. Exactly. The people who created the game wanted to create a person who didn't stand out much, even as a background character in an anime. Music getting better? Yeah, it's not creepy right now at least. Oh wow, thanks for that. I really should have phrased that better. Didn't mean anything by it, it's just that the player is meant to identify with you. Normally, people who play visual novels and dating sims are nerds like you and me, right? I get how this sounds, believe me, but if you want proof, I do know some things about you that I learned from playing the game before. I can hear Meiji's snort of disbelief. Oh, this ought to be good. Go on, then. I clear my throat. You have a childhood best friend named Sayori. Short hair, red bow, bright blue eyes, and always smiling and happy? You're going to high school with her, but you haven't spent time with her much since high school started. Oh, and you also had class with a girl named Monica last year. How am I doing so far? Cool if another human would be in your mind and you like have a friend forever. It would be less cool if they suddenly took over your body and didn't know why, and you were just sitting in the head like, okay, yeah, I can see everything and feel everything and stuff, but I have no control. Even though this is my body. That would be weird. But yeah, having actual two consciousnesses? Consciousness? What's the plural of consciousness? In your body would certainly be interesting, at least. I think it's just consciousnesses. It sounds stupid. And... Angry emoji, hi, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We're just getting started on this game. So... And... Thank you very much for the follow as well, really appreciate that. You didn't miss much so far. Apparently we just went into the mind of the main character, and he is currently freaking out because someone is possessing his body, and he's still conscious in the back of our mind. So, weird. What? How do you know about Sayori and Monica? They're both characters in the game. I see. We both go silent. I'm sure that Meiji isn't quite convinced of what I'm telling him, but I can't blame him for it. So what do we do now? Alright, for starters, why don't we spend part of today with Sayori? Wait, Sayori? How come? Why not? You guys are friends, right? But wouldn't you want to spend time with her? I don't know, I always thought she could do much better than me. Like you said earlier, I'm no one special. She's pretty well known at school, and I'm sure some of her classmates even have a crush on her. Love your character? Thank you. It's been a while again since I've received compliments, but I think the last time I received a big amount of compliments, I started kind of shutting down mentally because I wasn't used to it. But, well, it's just like individual compliments, I can handle it. I can handle those. But thanks. Oh no, no one gets to see Code-chan, not today. Whoa. Not what I was expecting. I assumed that the protagonist stopped hanging out with Sayori because of him being so generic, but the truth is a lot more realistic. And a little bit depressing, to be honest. Oh boy, this is this Meiji gonna have a meltdown? Anime, manga, or show? Well, I mean, if I could draw, animate, or do anything, then that'd certainly be something I would consider, but sadly I don't have any real skills. I'm just another average random streamer who tries his best to be funny and is moderately successful sometimes. He's not a bad person per se, but he might start feeling guilty about things. Try my best to reassure him. Do you really think that? If she really thought that, would she have even played with you when you two were kids? Didn't you help whenever she hurt herself? What about when she nearly burned her house down when she tried cooking? And Natsuki Baka, thank you very much for the follow. Baka! Thank you. It's not that I appreciate it or anything. How do you know about that? It came up in the game. I see something on the desk standing. I walk over and see a picture of a young Meiji and a very cute girl with a red bow and long hair. Remember me. TJ? Shut up, Rob. Remembering. I mean, it's been a while since I've played anything DDLC related, so... What's with that number? What's with that number? And have you played Danganronpa? If you're addressing me, then yes, I have. I would have loved to play it on stream, but sadly I mean, if I played it, it wouldn't be blind, and if you don't play it blind, then it's pretty much worthless playing it again. But yeah, I played 1, 2, Ultra Despair Girls, watched the anime, played V3. So yeah, I've pretty much I've pretty much worked my way through everything Danganronpa related. If they do ever make another game, then I'd gladly play that on stream if people want to see it. But that's an if right now. That's not the issue right now, because no one even knows if or when a new Danganronpa game would be coming out. Unlike her sprite, this image of Sayori shows her with brown hair instead of the pink hue seen in the game. Wow, I didn't realize Sayori had long hair at one time. She looks so cute. She cut it a little while ago. Wanted to go for a new look, I guess. Huh. Okay, that makes sense. Put the picture down and sit back on the bed. So, should I continue? About the game, I mean. Yes. Slowly, I explain the plot of the original game as carefully as I can. As I do, Meiji listens quietly, not saying a word. Sometimes I stop my explanation to make sure he's still listening. After I'm finished explaining, I wait to hear Meiji's response. Meiji doesn't speak for a while, I feel guilty again, but this time I have no words. I don't even know where to start, but he needs to know all this. I suck when it comes to people sometimes. I try to think of something to say to reassure him again. He's probably thinking that Sayori's depression is his fault, but it isn't. I need his help after all. I know nothing about this world other than the names of the girls and a few background images. What DDLC mod is this? This is DDLC World of Dreams. So yeah, this mod is called World of Dreams, and so far the plot is we get our mind transferred into the body of the DDLC main character, and we control everything he does, and his consciousness is just suppressed. So he is still suppressed in the sense he is still conscious, but he can't do anything. He can only talk to us in our mind right now. Sad reality. This world feels more like DDLC and the real world were mashed together. That begs the question, where am I? Is this really DDLC? I mean, if it were Sayori, would Sayori have that brown hair? Well, I think I can theorize later. There's only silence between us for a while. Are you sure? Is what you said real? Long time we'll get this. The snow, the snow. Sun. Yeah, just talk about snow whenever. Seems interesting? Well, you're free to stick along for the ride and see if this keeps being interesting. So far, I'm also very interested in seeing where this goes. Meiji's voice sounds shaky, almost as if he's in shock. Damn it. Meiji? Am I not real? And he's having a nervous breakdown. Way to go, Code. You really screwed the pooch on this one. Yes, you are real. And you're going to help me. Help? How? It's time to be a fucking hero. You and I, we're going to make sure nothing happens to the girls or anyone else. But how? If what you're saying is true, won't we be fighting a losing battle? I don't believe in no-win scenarios. Also, I'm a stubborn idiot. Yes. To my surprise and relief, I hear Meiji chuckle a bit. Alright then, genius. What's your master plan? Nothing definite yet. For now, though, we should spend today with Sayori. I'm sure she'll love it. We'll get in touch with her later. In the meantime, let's get a bit more sleep. I don't mind sleeping in, but we shouldn't sleep in too long. After all, a day with Sayori is always an adventure, right? I hear another small chuckle from Meiji. Yes, it always is. Alright, we spend some time today with Sayori. Let me take the reins for today. I know what's coming, you don't. I don't exactly like the idea, but we don't have a choice, I guess. Well, good night. I'm curious, will we ever be able to give him control over his body back? Like, you know, share and alternate between who has control and who's in the back of... and who's just trapped in the brain? Or will we always be the one in control? That's one of my main questions right now. And just like that, Meiji falls asleep. Not sure how I know. It's like a pressure in my head vanishes. I lie back down, but can't sleep. My mind is racing a mile a minute. How do I do this? Yeah, no spoilers here, please. After all, when I play any games that have more of a story, please just don't try to spoil anything. It really takes the fun out of it, especially in a visual novel where, you know, the plot is like the main focus. Visual novels aren't exactly too much about gameplay usually. But then again, there are some exceptions. Take Danganronpa, for example, with the whole class trial mechanic. How do I do this? The tension from before begins to come back again. From the door, I begin hearing movement. The door opens and someone peers in. I pretend to be asleep, not wanting to worry Meiji's parents anymore. After a little while, the door closes. I try to relax, but still can't sleep. Various scenarios play in my head. What do I do? Should I confront Monika? Should I even join the damn club? If I don't join the club, will Monika even get her epiphany? Or will something else cause Sayori to hang herself again? Enough of this. I stand and head to the door, switching on the light. I blink and eventually my eyes adjust. In a corner of my room, not usually seen, I spot something. It's my backpack. My own backpack from reality. Not sure how it got here, but I'm glad it is. Head over and unzip it. Jackpot. I grin as I see my laptop, phone, and headphones, as well as a small Bluetooth speaker. Let's find the charger for my laptop and phone in the other pouch. Please tell me DDLC is installed on it. I chuckle as I see a few pens in a smaller pouch on the front. Turn my phone on and attempt to access the internet. Nothing. Try on another app. Still nothing. Guess I can't access the internet. Useless. There's Wi-Fi here. Unless there's Wi-Fi here. Bah. Can't talk. I grin as I see my rope. No rope in the backpack. Check the Wi-Fi and find a few, but they're all locked. Ask for the password later. Plug my phone and laptop in, hoping they'll charge. Thank God they do. Not wanting any of this to be discovered, I hide my backpack in the back of Meiji's closet, put the laptop under the desk. I then turn off the light. As I lay there, I ponder over the choices I have before me once more. I have a day or two to prepare for the upcoming encounter with the girls, and I still don't quite know how to approach it. As I go over the ideas, a new one strikes me. I grab my phone, put a note in my notepad app, and then lay back down. I'll run it by Meiji tomorrow. Eventually I fall asleep. We did it! I wake up to sunlight coming from the window. I sit up slowly, yawn, and stretch before pulling back the curtains. Hey you! Hey you! You're finally awake. You're trying to cross the border. Same as us. And that thief over there. Meiji sounds exasperated. Think about hugging my neck. No. I decide to try and lighten the mood with a bit of humor. Walked right into that Imperial ambush while trying to cross the border, yeah. I chuckle, throw the blankets off me, and swing my legs over the bed. How long have you been awake? Not long, but I still couldn't take control even when you were asleep. Really? That's odd. The clock on Meiji's phone reads 9:38 a.m. Not too early, but not too late either. Good. Gives us time to shower and eat breakfast. Well, why don't we get ready for a day of fun before school tomorrow? Yeah, I guess. I sense a reluctance in his tone. Meiji, you okay? It's just, I still feel bad about leaving Sayori alone for so many years. For drifting apart, for causing her depression. You didn't cause her depression. Depression is a medical issue caused by a chemical imbalance in the brain. Besides, today is the day we can start amending for it. I may be the one in control, but I want to help the two of you get closer again. It's the least I can do in our current situation. I clear my throat. Also, I had an idea after you went to sleep last night about one way to save the girls. Am I going to like this idea? Probably not, but I want to run it by you anyway. We should let Sayori know about me. Wait, first you tell me not to tell anyone, now you want me to. Yeah, I know what I said last night, but that's insane. She'll never believe it. She'll think I'm just playing a trick on her, like... He stops suddenly. Like how you have in the past, right? Can still use the... No. No ropes. Everyone is gonna make it out of here alive. We're not using any ropes for anything. Despite how he's portrayed in the game, I don't think Meiji's a bad guy. Maybe a bit insensitive, but not all that is his fault. Also, come on. With Sayori, she'll believe us. She's an airhead. She's not the smartest. Meiji, I'm not saying we tell her about everything. I'm just saying that we tell her that I'm another personality that emerged recently or something. Tell her I have memories of a life I've never really lived and that I woke up in your body. I say you and I can communicate with each other and that we're working on a way to let you take control again. And her club? I pause. I hadn't thought it completely through the night before. Another scenario plays out in my head. Cut to the You're switching it up. Good on you, but still. Ouch. Too soon, my dude, too soon. I pause, I hadn't thought about it. Yeah, another scenario plays out in my head. What if Sayori doesn't invite Meiji to the club after I tell her what was going on today? You have a point. How annoying, Sayori might not take us to the club that day. Still think telling her is a good idea. Maybe instead of telling her alone, we tell them all at once. Maybe the other members of the club can help too. This is a stupid idea, dude. This is a stupid idea, me. Bad code. Shut up. Don't do that. I see those puns. I'm trying to ignore them right now. Maybe the other members of the club can help too. Yuri may know of some way to let you come through. And we're going to need Monika's help too. That makes a bit more sense. So are you going to act like me today? I'll do my best. I hate doing it, but it's for the best. But if you don't think we should do that, we can just stay home and experiment or just relax. This is your body after all. I think what you say makes sense. You can act like me today, but I have the right to change my mind, okay? I have no problem with that. I would say shake on it, but that'd be redundant. Har har. Har har. Oh, I'm a funny guy. Alright, let's text Sayori and ask if she wants to hang out with us today. But first, Meiji, where's your wallet? On my desk. Spot a small brown wallet, I open it and counted out the bills. Already taking his wallet. Jeez, how rich are your parents to be able to afford giving you all this money? It's a part of my allowance. I don't really go out much, so I've been saving it. For what, a car? Nothing in particular, I'm not very social. I get that, I'm the same. I grab a pair of jeans and a black t-shirt with a hoodie to match. Alright, now let's text Sayori. I'm gonna need your help too, I don't know the layout of your city. What's your city's name anyway? I've been relegated to internal GPS. It's CodeErr. Introvert gang indeed. Oh, stop. If I knew how to let you take control, I'd give it back. And CodeErr, huh? Good to know. What's the name of the school? Sakura Academy? Of course it is. Look through Meiji's contacts and find his parents, Sayori and someone named Aiko. Who's Aiko? My older sister. She's away at college right now. Okay, that was definitely something not mentioned in the game. I wonder if that was her room across the hall. Wow, I didn't realize you had an older sister. I decided to tease him in an attempt to help him relax a bit, as well as get a little bit of revenge for all the times he teased Sayori. Is she hot? Hey! I'm kidding. But is she? I'm kidding, unless... I snicker a bit. Cut it out! Alright. Does she live on campus? Yes. He sounds grumpy as he says that. Sorry if that bursts your bubble. Come on, don't be mad. I won't do anything like pursue your hot sister. Alright, here we go. Jokes are undodgeable. I think I'm doing a good job at avoiding them as much as possible. I mean, I'm still reading them all. But I'm not gonna go into detail about them. Don't be mad, yeah. Take out Meiji's phone and shoot a text off to Sayori. Sayori, hey, it's Meiji. Wanna go and have some fun today? Takes me a while because I'm not used to sending a text using a flip phone keyboard. Now we play the waiting game. A few moments later, a reply comes through. Yes, what are we gonna do? Feel my heart speed up as soon as I see the words. I can tell this is coming from Meiji though. Guess he has a crush on her. What would Sayori like to do? I wonder this aloud, mostly to myself. I'd imagine she's the kind of gal who'd enjoy anything as long as others are happy. Does your city have arcade games and parks? Oh, and good restaurants too. I know a few places, yeah. Perfect. Send Sayori a reply. We can go to the park, the arcade, maybe see a movie and get something nice to eat after, if we have time. You make it sound like a date. He sounds flustered now. I didn't agree to this. Stop right now. Calm down. This is a good way to start making up for to Sayori for how distant you've become. As well as a great way to reconnect. Besides, I know you like her. I don't like her like that. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. Now he sounds like Natsuki. Good night. Yeah, good night to you too. Dude, think about it for a second. You and I have a chance to rekindle your friendship with her. Isn't that worth a bit of embarrassment? While waiting for his response, Sayori texts back. Ooh, those all sound fun. What time? Blah, blah, blah. Learn to read before you play visual novels. Show Meiji the texts. I hear him sigh. Damn it. Alright, you win. Just don't do anything weird to her, okay? Thanks, and don't worry, I won't. She's your crush after all. Should see her another text. I'll stop by your house at 10:30. See you then. I smile, close the phone, and begin gathering my clothes for the day. Can't tell if it's male or female anymore. No one can tell. You better know what you're doing. Yeah, good night. Yeah, I hope I do too. Head downstairs and smell something cooking. I see Meiji's mom at the stove, cooking what smells like scrambled eggs. She sees me and smiles. Good morning, sweetie. Did you sleep okay after last night? Yeah, I did. Good, glad to hear it. Breakfast is almost ready. Okay, I'm gonna take a shower and then I'll be right out. Okay. Takes me a few minutes to shower. Meiji says nothing the whole time. It's strange taking a shower in a stranger's body. I close my eyes for the most part. When I head out into the kitchen again, I see Meiji's mom just beginning to set the table. Breakfast for me is eggs and toast. Same for her, albeit with a nice hot cup of coffee. Oh, you're dressed up today, going out? Yeah, Sayori and I made plans. Really? That's great. You haven't seen her in a long time, have you? Yeah, true. I kinda miss those times. Anything special planned? Not really, just thought of it this morning. Well, why not take her to the cafe we all used to go to? What cafe is she talking about? When we were kids, our parents would sometimes take us to this one cafe and get us hot chocolate and cinnamon buns. Ooh, sounds like a great idea. And I just noticed, but we're talking to each other without me talking out loud. Good to know we can do that. Yeah, you won't look crazy. True. Hey, yeah, that's a good idea, Mom. Your mom's no dummy, Meiji. What else are you gonna do? Go wherever the mood strikes us, I guess. Well, take it from a woman with experience, Meiji. Girls like the guy to plan out dates like this. Mom, it's not that kind of thing. Meiji and I both get embarrassed. Aw, how cute. I give up. I shrug in defeat as Meiji's mom laughs hard. Relax, sweetie, I'm just teasing. Fine. Now, eat up. You've got a long day ahead of you. Just like in the previous mod I played, I hope the parents aren't reoccurring characters. In the previous game, it was only the mom, but still. I'd rather spend the time with the main girls, and who knows, maybe the parents are gonna leave during the week, because that would explain how you didn't see them in the original game. And if this mod takes after the original game as much as it has up until now, then they might hopefully also go on a trip or something. And hey, Battlemaster. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Wait. Firth Night? What? Firth Night? Not sure what you're trying to say here. Try and be back before dark, okay? Okay, I will. After breakfast, I go to freshen up a bit more. I brush my teeth next, and comb my hair to make myself look presentable. Didn't realize your mom was that kind of mom. Yeah, it's annoying at times, I'm sorry. It's fine, I can deal. Meiji makes a small grunt and goes back to being silent. As I head to the front door to put on some shoes, Meiji speaks up. Hey, I'm sorry about earlier. No, don't be, I'm scared too, believe me. Also, thank you for believing me about this world being a game. Well, I don't quite believe you. That's understandable, but I promise that it's the truth. I wouldn't make something that silly up in this situation. I guess not, but I'm still skeptical. I understand. Mom, I'm heading out. Oh, wait. Meiji's mom comes running to the door and thrusts a few bills into my hand. Mom, what are you doing? Giving my man some money for his date, dear. It's not a date. My sweet boy is blushing. Yeah, just take it. She's pretty persistent when it comes to this. She did the same thing with Aiko when she went out on dates. Really? Yeah, it's annoying, I know, but bear with it. Okay, fair enough. Put the money in Meiji's wallet. Alright, thanks, Mom. Well, I'm off. Of course, have fun. She heads back inside. Sighing, I open the door and step outside. Cold autumn breeze immediately washes over me, and I inhale out of reflex. Chilly. Shivering, I look back inside and notice a coat hanging on a hanger next to the door. This yours? Yep. Put it on and walk out into the street. When we get onto the street, I turn and take a picture of Meiji's house from the angle it's seen in the game. So, where's Sayori's place? It's not too far away, I'll lead you to it. I look up and see the scene from the very first moments of the game. Not surprising, really. Wait, were those lights always there? Not important right now. It's like slight changes in it to make it more realistic, I guess. Take another picture, then head to the house. Meiji leads me a few houses away. Is it okay if I just walk in? Yeah, I did it all the time. My family almost never keeps her door locked. Alright. I throw Sayori's front door open. Sayori, I'm here. I hear a shuffle from inside. Probably Sayori. Is that you, Meiji? Come on in. Oh, sure thing. I walk inside. Wow, nice house. It really is. The door in the corner opens and someone walks through. Wait, who are you? Who are you? Who this? Who this? Does Sayori have a sister in this, or is it her mom? Meiji-kun, it's nice to see you. It's been a while. I'm just gonna do maybe normal Sayori voice. Maybe I can slightly vary it. Whoa, does Sayori have an older sister? This is Sayori's mom, Fujioka Sayako. I normally call her Fujioka-san. Her mom? No way, she looks way too young. Yeah, sorry for not stopping by more often. What are you doing here? Well, I invited Sayori to spend the day with me. I hope that's alright. It was a spur of the moment thing. Oh my, that's adorable. She's still in her room. I don't mind you two going out as long as you bring her back at a good time. My cheeks flush. Of course I will. Sayori's mother makes her way to the stairs. Sayori, Meiji-kun's here. Coming! She'll be down soon, dear. No rush, no rush. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some cooking to do. Not a problem. Sayori's mom heads back into the kitchen. Soon I hear a door close upstairs. Judging from the jump in heartbeat, I feel I have a pretty good idea who this could be. Someone comes flying down the stairs. Despite her different hair color, that red bow can only mean that the teen in front of me is Sayori. Hey Sayori, it's been a while. I utilize the nervousness I feel from Meiji into my own performance. I smile sheepishly. I hope I didn't wake you. I know you like to sleep in. From the kitchen I hear Sayori's mom chuckle. He's got you packed, sweetie. Mom! Meanie! Sayori directs that last word at me. You know, I bet Meiji's mom and Sayori's mom are best friends from how similar they are. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I reach over to ruffle her hair. She seems to relax. But seriously, I hope I didn't wake you from a nice dream. Nope, I was already awake. Same old Sayori, apparently. Let me just grab my things and then we can go. As Sayori gets her belongings, I decide to tease everyone at once. Call out to the kitchen. Thank you for letting me borrow your daughter. I'll have her home before dinner. Fujioka-san comes out. They're seriously pulling an ara-ara. It's like you're taking my daughter out on a date. Eh? Sayori's mom leaves just as our faces both flush red. It's not really a date. Feel my own nervousness mixing with Meiji's, but I struggle for control. Come on, Sayori. Alright, Meiji. She puts on her shoes. Have fun, you two. Sayori's mother chuckles, and I can hear the amusement in her voice as the door shuts behind us. Sorry about Mom. Sayori looks a bit nervous and worried. Try to think what to say to put her at ease. Don't worry about it. I know how it is. My mom's similar. Now let's just enjoy the day, shall we? Yeah. Where are we going first? Well, since I'm guessing you haven't had any breakfast yet, why don't we go get some food? Yes, please. Off to that cafe then. Just follow my directions. Alright, but let's make this fun. Perfect. Now I want you to close your eyes. Eh? How come? I want it to be a surprise. Come on, I'll lead you. Reaching over, I take her hand. Sayori's cheeks flush a bit the moment I take her hand. She closes her eyes. I'm ready. I begin leading her down the street. As we walk, Meiji begins imitating a standard computerized GPS voice. Keep going straight for 2.4 meters, then turn left. At least he's making jokes. He's coping, which is more than I would be able to do in this situation. Cheeky bastard. As we walk, I take in the scenery before me. The neighborhood is a bit higher up than the rest of the city, probably middle class. The neighborhood itself appears to appeal to the better off, with most of the houses being 2 stories, with an occasional 3-story house. Meiji leads me down the streets towards an apparently older section of the suburb. The buildings look a bit older than where Meiji's house is. I make sure I keep an eye on Sayori. Keep walking until I spot a cafe. I stop in front of the entrance. Is this the place? Yep. Pretty old school. I like it. We're here. You can open your eyes now. Sayori slowly opens her eyes. Meiji, you remembered? I remember a lot of things. Come on, let's go inside. We head inside. I notice it's pretty old school inside as well. Now, let's get you something to eat. Cinnamon buns! And thank you very much for the raid. Moon Neffy? Moon Neffy? I'm sorry. Sorry if I butchered the name. I'm just gonna call you Moon if that's okay. But thank you very much for the raid, I appreciate it. So we're currently, just in case you're wondering, we're currently playing a modded version of DDLC. Called DDLC World of Dreams. So yeah. Currently, we just took possession of the main character, and are. The story so far is pretty simple. It's the day before the events of the main game occur, and we just took over the main character's body, and he's just sitting in our head right now, and it's like, you took over my body, but you seem like you know what's going on, and we're just trying to make sure everyone survives right now. She loves the buns from here. So yeah, main character is apparently called Meiji. That makes sense, good call. How many cinnamon buns do you want? 3! I look over at the display and see that the buns are almost as big as her head and practically covered in glaze. Really? You sure? Mm-hmm. Anything to drink? Have any spoilers of the regular game? Honestly, it might have. So if you haven't played the original game, you might have to click off. But, I mean, if you open up the game, you know that there's darker undertones, so it's not a spoiler if I said that there's some dark stuff in the original game going on, but... Yeah, so if you don't want to avoid spoilers about the original game, you might wanna click off the stream. And thank you very much for the follow. Electric? I appreciate the follow, I really do, thank you. It's honestly great to return to DDLC. And it seems like everyone on Twitch agrees that I should play DDLC more often. I've seen it, but... Oh, alright then. In that case, yeah, might be best to hold off on that. But yeah, this is just like... They also changed a little bit about the character designs. Apparently they made them a little bit more quote-unquote realistic, so if Sayori's hair color is different, that's why. And from the title screen, Natsuki is blonde, and I can't get over that change in hair color. She looks so weird without her pink hair. It's so weird. Anything to drink? Hot chocolate! Same old Sayori. Same old Sayori. I ruffle her hair a bit. Hey, meanie! Sayori pouts at me. I hold up my hands in surrender. Alright, sorry. I'll only forgive you if you get me 4 buns. 4? Sayori, are you sure you can eat that much? Yep. I sigh. Looking at the line of customers, I see that there are a few ahead of me. Fine, 4 buns. Why don't you go find us a place to sit while I get the food? No point in the both of us standing in line. Alright. Sayori dashes off to a corner seat. I get in line and wait to order. Hey, do you drink coffee? I do. Black, please. Damn, I hate coffee, but perhaps Meiji's taste buds are different than mine. I wait in line until it's my turn. I approach the counter where I'm greeted by a smiling cashier about my age. Too many female characters? Can't do many female voices. Hello, sir. No, that sounds like Sayori again, pretty much. You know what? Since Yuri hasn't appeared, I'm just gonna go for that voice. Hello, sir, and welcome to Cafe Forte. What can I get you for today? I mean, it honestly doesn't match. She seems to have a much more cheery personality, but I don't have enough voices, and she has long hair. That's close enough to Yuri, right? Name on her badge says Kotonoha. Can I have 4 of your cinnamon buns, a tall hot chocolate, and the sausage breakfast bagel, and a medium black coffee, please? Make that a large, please. Your digestive system is going to hate us in the morning. Sorry, make that a large coffee. Of course. Is there anything else? Nope, that should do it, thank you. Would you like to heat up the cinnamon buns? Sir used to love getting them heated up, if I remember right. Yes, please. Thank you, sir. That'll be 3,094 yen. Her cheerful behavior is infectious, and I return her customer service smile with a smile of my own. I don't have a cheery voice for her at all. It's so out of place. Pay for the food, step to the side, and wait for my order to be processed. The people ahead of me grab their orders and rush out. Oh yeah, tell me a bit about your sister. What's her major? She's a lot more free-spirited than I am. Her major in school is linguistic communications or something like that, with a minor in library science. I never knew that was an actual degree. Interesting. That sounds like a degree that might interest Yuri. She was the president of the literature club when she was in high school, before it was disbanded after all. Wait, she was in the literature club? Why was it disbanded? All the members graduated. I sigh in relief. Makes sense. Sir, here's your order. I turn and see the cashier looking at me expectantly. On the counter is a tray with 2 coffee mugs. One with my coffee and the other with the hot chocolate. Next to them are a breakfast bagel and cinnamon buns wrapped up neatly. Right, thank you. I take the tray. You're welcome, and enjoy. Our pastries are second to none after all. Huh. Interesting girl. She turns back to her register to help the next customer. I walk back to Sayori. I guess she really does have depression. Don't worry, we can help her manage that. I set the tray down loudly. Wakey wakey, Sayori, all our food is here and ready. What do you know? I rhymed. Sorry Meiji, I was facing out. I reach over and flick her forehead a bit. Try not to do that so much. Ow! Meanie! Well, this meanie just paid for 4 of those cinnamon buns you like so much. Sayori begins drooling. Itadakimasu! This game can't really decide whether or not it wants to stay fully English or just have stuff in Japanese, but yeah. Sayori grabs the first bun and takes a massive bite out of it. I chuckle, rip off a small portion of another one and take a bite. So good! I take a bite. No kidding, this is really good. The buns are, to my surprise, somewhat crisp on the outside, with a heavenly soft and warm center. The glaze only enhances the experience of the little bit of bun I have. Man, these are good. I regret not getting one for me, although knowing you, you just steal it from me. You know you're doing a good job of imitating how I tease her at least. I try. Sayori suddenly looks nervous. If you want, I can split one with you. No, I don't want to deprive you of the experience of devouring such delicious goodies. I've got my own food here, so don't worry about me. I hold up my breakfast bagel. Alright. She sounds a bit uncertain, but only for a moment before returning to her food. Take a bite out of my food. The bagel is plain. but there's a square of scrambled eggs, cheddar cheese, and a round sausage patty. The breakfast bagel is just as savory and full of umami as the bun was sweet and fluffy. The food in this world is a lot better than mine. Or maybe we Japanese have a better handle on food than you fat Americans. His tone is teasing now. Oi, not fair. I'm not fat. Who says Sayori is the only one I get to tease? You sneaky little devil. Take a sip of my coffee. I'm not a coffee fan, but with these new taste buds, I see why Meiji likes it black. It's got a bitter taste, but in an enjoyable way. Continue to eat and wash the bagel down with a sip of coffee. Sayori is already on her second bun, her face all messy and sticky. I chuckle and hand her one of the damn towels the restaurant gave us. You should wipe your face. Taking a towel from me, she wipes her mouth clean, then resumes eating. However, just as quickly, she gets her face messy again. I decide to ignore it until she's finished. What would you do in a situation like this? Ask her how she's been. The last time we really ever talked was a few months ago, when she was first talking about forming her club, or, ask about her club. Take another bite of breakfast bagel, then wash it down with the coffee. Hey, how's your club been? It's been a while since we've spent time together like this, and we hardly ever get to see each other at school. It's going great. We started a few months ago, after our president quit her last club. Our president is a really good leader, and the other members are pretty cool in their own way. You're vice president of the literature club, right? Yep. So what do you guys do in the club? Do you sit in a circle and read books aloud? Do you discuss your favorite books and the merits of each? We mostly just do our own thing. Natsuki reads her manga, Yuri reads bigger books, and Monika spends a lot of time trying to come up with activities for us to do together, but she also writes sometimes too. Last week, we read a book Yuri recommended called Sense and Sensibility. That was fun, although Natsuki didn't really think so. Wait, did you mention Monika?
Huh? Oh yeah, I did. Do you know her?
Does she have long hair, a white bow, green eyes? Because if so, I do know her. She and I were in the same class last year. We didn't actually talk much.
Ah, really?
I chuckle at Sayori's cute reaction. I also feel my heartbeat increase. Ha! I guess I really do have a crush on her. Good to hear. Let's turn the charm up to a 10. It's been a little while since I had read that Jane Austen book, but I decided to ask anyway. So, what do you think of the book you guys read last week?
Willoughby is a meanie. The way he leaves Marianne is just stupid. Offer money? That's dumb.
Yeah, right, the story is coming back to me now. Don't you remember when Willoughby came to see Marianne when she was sick near the end of the book? Remember that talk he had with Eleanor?
Yeah, but he didn't have to be so mean.
Yeah, that's fair. Who's your favorite character?
Marianne. I was happy when she ended up with the Colonel.
Mine's actually Edward. I admire his loyalty and his refusal to bow to the pressure he was put on when his engagement to Lucy came to light. Realization comes into Sayori's eyes.
Wait, you read Sense and Sensibility?
She says that so loud that other patrons look our way. Whoa, calm down there.
But I thought you only read manga.
If I remember right, Mom has a copy of the book somewhere in the house, and a movie version. I saw the book on the kitchen table a couple of weeks ago. Mom likes those types of books, and I guess curiosity got the better of me. Not something I'd normally read, but I actually did enjoy it. Speaking of, I should look to see if there's a manga version.
That's the Meiji I know.
Good save. I'd have never read such a story myself. Was part of a college class a couple terms ago. You should really give it a read sometime. So, what else have you been doing?
We tried reading some short stories, but that didn't work out as Monika hoped. Natsuki wasn't much of a fan of the ones Yuri picked, and Yuri didn't like the manga Natsuki hoped to read.
Good to know someone in that club has the sense to realize that manga is literature. Damn right!
You'd like her.
Her tone is strained, like she's forcing her smile. Sounds like it, if she's half as awesome as you are. I don't like the way she said that. Me neither. Where do you guys meet up?
It's in a classroom for third-year junior high schoolers.
Third year junior high. That comes out to 9th grade if I remember Japanese schooling right. Oh, entire classroom? Isn't that a bit big for only 4 people?
That was where the old literature club met, and when Monica went to apply to restart the club, she was told there were no club rooms available anymore.
Well, nice big space only means there's more room to grow.
Yep. So what about you? What have you been doing?
I feel a wave of guilt wash over me from Meiji. Nothing much, I'm afraid. School, anime, manga, games, and sleeping on the weekends. That kind of thing.
That's not good. You need to be more active.
I know. That's why I wanted to do something fun today. I just woke up and felt different. No way.
Different how?
Fake a thoughtful look, as if I was trying to compose my thoughts. For the longest time, I felt like I was a puppet on strings, just following a set schedule. Get up, go to school, come home, do homework and watch anime or read manga. Then go to sleep. It's gotten monotonous. Speak for yourself, I enjoy it. Kind of. When I woke up this morning, I had a realization. I don't want to let my last year of high school be as dry and boring as the others. I want to have fun with my friends, and you're the only real friend I have. Even if we've been drifting apart slowly. I decided that starting today I wanted to reconnect with you and try to make other friends too.
I'm happy to hear that.
Good. Now finish up your bun. We're going to have a fun day today, and starting tomorrow, we're going to spend time together like we used to. After your club, of course. I hope you know what you're doing. Believe me, so do I. I need her to invite me to the club after all. I can't change too much yet.
You don't have to go to all that trouble.
Hey, I like spending time with you. I begin cleaning up my side of the table.
You still going to finish that bun?
Sorry, you're still going to finish that bun?
Oh, yeah.
Damn it, I made the mistake again, it's been a while. So he picks up the last bun, but to my surprise, she breaks it in half, handing me the bigger piece.
Here you are.
Huh? You sure? She nods and extends it towards me. I take a hold of it and take a big bite. The sweetness overwhelms me this time, and I have to balance the sweetness with the coffee's bitterness. Finally, the table is clear of all food. That was delicious.
Yeah, it was. So what's next?
I look at Meiji's phone. The time is now a few minutes past 11. Why don't we go walk off the calories we just ate, then we can go to the arcade.
Yay!
She wipes her face. I'm going to clean up and meet you outside.
Alright.
So he stands and rushes to the exit. Throw out the garbage, place the tray on top of the others, and follow. Sayori's on her phone, busily texting someone. The day is a bit warmer, but with the cold of late autumn still hanging in the air. Yeah. Who are you texting? She quickly hides her phone.
Secret. Secret.
How do you space it like that? It's not put into syllables.
Secret.
There. That's how I can space it. I don't know. Fine with me. Pretend to be heard. I can't be too sure, but I think she's texting someone from the literature club about me joining.
Meiji, I didn't mean...
She looks away. Hey, I'm kidding. I'm not the kind of guy who'd pry on your secrets. So, shall we go to the park?
Yep.
She falls into step with me, and silence falls. I feel my heartbeat increase once again.
Wow, it hasn't changed at all.
It really hasn't. Well, I will say the company changed. They've grown cuter. I'd never say that. But you would love to, right? But it's embarrassing. She likes it though, look.
Cute.
Yeah, you're very cute. It's one of the things I like about you. That and how silly you are. I miss it.
Thanks.
Jackpot. We just scored some points with Sayori. But it's not me doing it. Oh, that's gonna be so weird. Don't worry, we'll tell everyone. And I know you really want to tell Sayori all of this, so it is you telling her, in a sense. Sayori isn't the girl I'm after anyway. Really? Who are you after? Secret. Don't worry about it. I drive, you navigate, amigo. Yeah. So Sayori, you've barely scratched the surface. How's your family been lately?
They're doing great too. Dad's off on a business trip right now and he won't be back until after the festival. Oh, and Mom's pregnant.
My jaw drops, and I'm pretty sure Meiji's does too. Holy. Sayori, that's fantastic. I see others looking at us with confused expressions nearby. Feeling a burst, I lower my voice. You're gonna have a new little brother or sister, that's amazing.
I'm happy too.
Do you know when the baby's going to show up?
I can't remember. April, I think.
Good. This is huge news. I hope we survive this. I want to see the little guy or girl. We will, bro. Well, how about school? Keeping up with your studies?
It's going alright. I should be asking you that question.
You bastard. Oh, shut up. I raise my hands in surrender. You got me.
Honestly, I've been worried about you. You spent so much time inside with your manga and games. But I'm glad that you're deciding to try harder.
Thanks, I'll try. I'll try to be entertaining, but it seems that my viewers have abandoned me already. Not just because chat died, but my viewer count has dropped to 1. Ouch. I feel insulted now. Does no one actually like me after all?
I was surprised when you invited me out. You haven't in a while.
Yeah, well, I would like to do this more in the future.
Yay!
As we walk, a thought comes to my mind. Alright, you know her better than I do in certain areas, right? Why don't you ask something you want to know? Ask her if she's still... Oh, what did she do again? Oh yeah, she collected seashells when we were kids. Seashells, eh? Really? Alright. Hey, on another note, you collected seashells, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, so you're collecting seashells? That's not something mentioned in the game or wiki. Although I suppose I can see her doing that. Are you still doing that?
Not as much. Since I helped start the literature club, I haven't had as much time. I haven't been as active lately.
She pinches her stomach.
I've gotten a bit, flabby.
I move forward and begin tickling her stomach.
Not there, I'm ticklish.
She squirms and I laugh. I can hear Meiji laughing as well. Well, you don't feel flabby or flabby for that matter. You're fine. I'm sure you've put just as much work into your club as you do collecting seashells. Walked around the park almost once by this point. See that we're coming towards a part of the park made for kids. I then hear Sayori's stomach growling.
Sorry, Meiji. Guess those buns weren't enough.
No kidding. Let's see. I look around. We're passing some public park bathrooms with a few vending machines nearby as well. Alright, why don't we stop and get a snack? It's still a bit early for lunch.
Yay!
We head over to the vending machines. As Sayori's busy drooling over the various choices, I'll look more closely at the world around me. It certainly looks real. The brands I see look familiar to the ones I'm familiar with. But the names are weird. Fansa? Yamoon? Why are the brand names off by a letter or two? Well, that's not important right now. I kneel and pick up some dirt and rub it in my hands. The dirt is incredibly real and I feel it between my fingertips, watching the axes fall to the ground gently. Gently pinch myself and feel the slight pain. Everything around me is so realistic. There are a couple children playing on the playground. Looking back, I see Sayori standing in front of a vending machine. I can see her salivating as I walk up.
Meiji, look, this is new.
She points to a vending machine. I look at it and see that it's a type that can provide a small pizza in minutes. Calm down, I'll get it for you. Before she can protest, I slip a 1,000 yen bill inside and press the button. An automated voice tells me it will be a few minutes before the pizza is ready. Grab my change and then buy a soda, a small sandwich, and some chips from another couple of machines. Sit down on a bench with Sayori. Who would steal glances at my food? Yeah, that's Sayori who would steal glances at my food. Bah. Sighing as if acquiescing to her acquiescing? What the fuck? Why are you using big words? Acquiescing to her, I turn the bag of chips her way. She gleefully begins eating. Meiji, any other questions we can ask her? Sorry, I was reminiscing. What about? Meiji shows me a memory. I see Meiji and the childhood Sayori run around while 4 adults sit and talk. Oh, so he can literally show me memories. That's nice. I recognize 2 of them, whom I recognize as Meiji's parents. I see Sayori's mom as well. Almost flinch as Sayori stumbles and skins her knee while trying to climb up to go down the red slide. She begins to cry and I watch as Meiji rushes to her side, so busy looking at the past through Meiji's eyes that I don't hear Sayori calling out to me.
Meiji, you okay?
Huh? What?
You okay? You were spacing out.
Ah, sorry, I was just thinking back to when we were kids and we came here. I noticed that Sayori has her pizza already. Point over to the spot I saw in Meiji's memory. Hey, that's that slide where you fell back where you fell back when you and I were kids.
I remember that. This place wasn't so crowded back then.
You sound like an older adult when you say that. Good one.
Meanie?
Oh-ho, a meanie am I? I hold up my hands and make tickling motions.
Not the tickle monster again.
A few seconds later we both start laughing.
Thanks, Meiji. I needed that laugh.
Even I could have guessed something was wrong just from that sentence, I think. I like seeing you laugh. Makes me feel happy knowing I could help make you happy in even the smallest ways.
You're too kind to me, Meiji.
I learned from the master. I give an exaggerated bow and we both laugh. But my face falls a little bit off late. Seriously, Sayori. You're the one who's been too good to me. More than I deserve. You can practically feel the guilt pouring off of Meiji. It's alright, if anything else, I forgive you. What I'm about to say is not a slight to you in any way. I know you're a good person.
Meiji, are you alright?
I smile sadly and shake my head. Not as much as I'd like. I haven't exactly been the best friend, have I?
What do you mean?
Take a deep breath to calm Meiji and myself down. Turn to her again, the sad smile still on my face. Say, when was the last time we ever did anything like this? Just you and me, best friends, hanging out together. So he comes over and sits next to me. I feel a comforting hand on my back as she runs up and down. That moment, I see someone mature and caring trying to cheer up someone she cares about. Any hint of her normal childish behavior is gone, replaced with a mature and caring attitude which reminds me a bit of her mother.
Meiji, don't look so down, you didn't do anything wrong.
But I did. I utilized Meiji's skill mixed with mine at lying to her. I need to sound convincing. I smile sadly at her. Friendship is a two-way street, and you've put more work into walking that street than I have. Woke up early this morning and realized what a jerk I've been to you. Certainly feels like you're blaming me. Look, dude, we all make mistakes. Do you want to make this up to her? Yes, more than anything. She's my best friend and the girl I'm in love with. Let me handle it until we find a way to let you take control. Alright. I hope I'm right in trusting you. Me too.
Meiji, I forgive you.
The maturity in the voice of someone normally hyper and childlike is a welcome surprise. What's even more of a surprise is the sudden tender hug that Sayori suddenly gives me. I respond by hugging back. Her hugs are so warm and comforting. I feel myself relax a bit. She holds me close, running her hands up and down my back.
Hey, everything's okay, I promise.
She strokes my hair softly. I chuckle a bit. I'm going to make it up to you. Starting today and tomorrow. I'll wait around to walk home with you after your club ends.
You mean it? You wait for me?
Sure I will. I miss walking home with you.
Yay!
She finishes up her pizza and rubs her belly satisfied.
That was so good.
Good to know. I'll try it sometime. Come on, we should head to our next venue, the arcade. So he runs towards the park exit. I quickly throw the garbage away and run after her. But by this time she's nearly out of my sight. She must really love the arcade. Oh yeah, she does. When we were younger, our parents would give us about 2,000 yen each and we'd go nuts there. She especially loved the racing games. She always kicked my ass at those though. I wonder if our usernames are still listed in the racing game she and I used to play. You've got those here too? Oh hell yes. Pump my legs harder and it's obvious Meiji's body isn't in shape as my own. Soon we reach the arcade. Sayori's already sitting at the racing game, looking at me expectantly. I walk over to the change making machine, put in 1,000 yen, and after taking and counting the change to make sure I wasn't shorted, I turn. She's still waiting. I make a show of cracking my knuckles and neck, then walk over and sit. Let the rematch of all rematches begin.
Prepare to lose again.
That's an interesting expression. Whoa, this is a new side to her I never expected. She's weirdly competitive when it comes to arcade games. Fair enough. I log into Meiji's account. I see that Meiji has put all the upgrades in every car. Jesus Christ, how much money did you sink into this game? More than I want to admit.
Ready?
Oh, bring it on. I'm so gonna kick your ass. Oh, that's a teasing face if I've ever seen one. Look at that. Look at this face. Look at her face. That's a face that... oh, you know it's serious. Oh, bring it on. I'm so gonna kick your ass.
Let's go!
In total, I probably sunk about 5,000 yen of Meiji's money into the matches. I'd lose some, Sayori would lose others, but we were evenly matched. We playfully trash-talked each other and generally had a good time. It helped that I knew how to drive, though. A few hours later, I look at my phone and realize it's later than expected. Whoa, it's late. I need to get you home.
Aw, can we stay, please?
She gives me puppy dog eyes. No, I'm tired and it looks like you are too. Don't want you to oversleep and, end up being late to school.
Let me use the bathroom really fast.
I use the bathroom as well and then we leave. The sun is just beginning to set. The air is cooler and Sayori is shivering despite her own coat. I chuckle when I see that and hand her my own coat. Wordlessly, she takes it and wraps it around her. We walk in silence for a bit.
Hey, Meiji?
Yeah?
Did you mean what you said when you said you'd wait for me tomorrow?
Of course I did. I miss having those walks together and I don't mind waiting. Might give me the chance to do some homework. Homework. Better there than at home. Too many distractions in your room.
Homework? That's unusual for you.
If I did homework at home, I wouldn't. Too many distractions.
That's the Meiji I remember. Promise me you'll wait?
Yes, I promise.
Yay! I can't wait!
Sayori. Well, here's where I leave you until tomorrow. Remember, don't be late getting up. I wanna walk with my bestest friend in the whole wide world. Sayori blushes and is about to head inside when she stops and runs back, handing me Meiji's coat.
Almost forgot it.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too.
That was a good day, I gotta admit. We didn't do as much as I was expecting, but it was still fun, even for me as a spectator. Good, I'm glad you had fun. I walked through the gate to Meiji's house. We should try and get some sleep though. There's school tomorrow. Come on, man, at least let me watch a little anime. Alright, we can do that. Somehow my laptop from my world made it here and I have some anime on it we can watch. Only a couple of episodes though, and then we should asleep. Deal. I'm home.
Tadaima. Meiji, is that you?
I walk into the living room and see Meiji's mom sitting on the couch reading a book. Meiji's dad is sitting next to her holding a small brush and painting kanji characters. The two turn towards me as I step into the living room. Hey mom, hey dad.
Welcome back. So, how was your date?
Date? I sigh, trying to sound exasperated. It wasn't a date, you guys.
Try and deny it all you want.
Jesus, this woman was quite the worrywart and busybody, but she's a very caring woman. Your mom told me you went out with Sayuri. What did you two do? Not much. We went to that cafe for some breakfast for her. Then we went to the park, and after that the arcade, that's all. Meiji's mom chuckles as his dad smiles.
Well, I'm glad you had a good day, sweetie. I'm about to get dinner started.
Okay, I'll be down in a bit. What's on the menu tonight?
Your favorite?
Can feel Meiji perk up. Okonomiyaki. Wait, what's that again? Only the best meal ever. My stomach growls at that and I blush.
Somebody's hungry.
Yeah, I am. Thanks, Mom.
Why don't you get washed up?
Will do. I'm sure Mom will want to hear more about this date of yours. Dad! You know how she gets. I sigh. Yeah, I know. Be right back. Take off my hoodie and make my way downstairs to the downstairs bathroom to wash my hands. Your mom is pretty chipper and your dad seems like a good guy. Yeah, it's a bit embarrassing. Sorry about my mom. Right, I gotta keep remembering that Meiji and the girls are teenagers. Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I can tell your parents really care about you. I guess so. After I finish, I head into the kitchen and smell something amazing. Maybe it's because I'm in a different body, but the smell is beyond delicious. I see Meiji's mom at the stove, holding a strange-looking pan in her hand. It looks like 2 frying pans put together? Meiji's dad is setting up dishes at the table. The two turn and see me.
Hey, sweetie, why don't you sit down and tell us all about your date?
Told you. Whatever. I've given up on her misconception. Taking a seat, I tell both of them how my day went. Meiji's mom continues making dinner, and to her credit, doesn't interrupt my detailed account. After setting the table, Meiji's dad sits down and listens patiently to my story. Eventually, Meiji's mom places something down in front of me. Looks like some kind of flat meat pancake, but it smells amazing. I eat 3 of them before I'm full.
My goodness, you must have been hungry.
Well, I did have a busy day. Anime now, please! Oh god. Can't we relate to this? Anime, please, just please anime. Yeah, hold on. Hey guys, I'm gonna head up to my room and relax now. I'm a bit tired from all that walking. Okay, just try not to stay up late, okay? I won't, I promise.
Good night, Meiji.
Night, Meiji. Night, Mom. Night, Dad. When I get back to the room, I open my laptop and we watch the first 3 episodes of one of my favorite anime. Meiji enjoys every episode we watch. I look at the clock after episode 5. Damn, we should be sleeping now. Oh, come on, 1 more episode? Now I see why Sayori and your mom are so worried about you. Fine, fine. But we're finishing it tomorrow. Fine, fine. First close the curtains, then pull out Meiji's phone, plug it in to be charged, and set an alarm. What time do you set your alarm? 6:45. I set it for 6:30 instead, just so I can have time in the morning. Change into the pajamas I was in earlier. Good night. Good night. And with that, he's out like a light. Search for a school uniform and find it hanging up in the closet. Well, I'm ready for tomorrow. Turn off the light and get into bed and fall asleep. Monday, October 23rd, 2017. It's time. It begins. It begins. This is it. This is it. I wake up the next morning early as planned. I turn off the alarm and sleepily sit up. Meiji, you awake yet? Get no response. How does he do that? I open the shades, then head downstairs. Take a shower, then slip into the school uniform. It's been a while since I've tied a tie, but I eventually get it. Perfect. Pour myself a bowl of cereal and get a couple of slices of bread as well. I gotta get all those carbs, son. I look around for Meiji's parents, but I don't see them. Probably at work. I wonder what they do anyway. When I'm finished, I feel Meiji begin waking up. Good morning, sleepyhead. How was your night? Not bad, actually. So, we're waiting to walk Sayori home today, right? That's right, and we're going to do actual homework. Not just say we did. Homework. I feel Meiji space out. Ignoring that, I wash my face, grab Meiji's school bag, and walk out. It's a beautiful morning, just like yesterday. A bit colder, because according to Meiji's phone, it's only 7:30 in the morning. Hey! Here we go. This is Sayori. This is where normally the Sayori introduction would be. I see an annoying girl running towards me, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. But they changed it. I turn and see a bubbly little blur of energy running towards me. I wait for her to join me.
Heh. Sorry, I overslept again.
Oh dear, you seem to be doing that more and more recently. Although, I hope me kicking your ass yesterday didn't tire you out too much.
I kicked your butt just as much. But I'm sorry I'm late.
Don't be sorry, I'm not mad. A bit concerned perhaps, but not mad.
You don't need to be concerned.
Alright if you say so. As we head down the hill, I see other students coming out of their own houses or passing us as they head down the same hill. At the bottom of the hill I see a large Japanese school. A junior high / high school mixture, if Sayori is to be believed. See you after school.
Alright, see you.
After Sayori heads to her shoe locker, Meiji leads me to his. Change shoes and head down the halls. Meiji leads me towards his classroom, which is on the school's 3rd floor. The sign outside his classroom reads 3A. Looking past, I see classrooms like 3B, 3C, 3D and more. Wow, look at this. Someone knows the alphabet. Well, here we go. I enter the room and see a classroom full of students. Right there, second one from the back against the window. I almost chuckle at the irony of that seat choice. I make my way towards it. Who are you? Who? Who are you? I do not know you. Whoa, look who actually showed up on time. I feel like she has to have a little bit more of a gangstery voice. Huh? Who's this girl? I don't remember her from the game. Wait, is she a Gyaru? Let's see. Fake colored hair, blue eye contacts. Yep, definitely a Gyaru. Who the hell's that? That's Tani Kazue. She's a popular girl in school and says stuff like that to me. I'd only just ignore her and hope she'll get tired of me. No one in the class likes her too much. Oh hell no. There's one thing I've learned about bullies, it's that they take silence as a challenge. Could say the same for you, Tani. I'm surprised you're here after all you must have done last night. Who do you spread your legs for this time, I wonder? A businessman, politician, your mom? Whoa! I would never be that much of... You know what? I would never have the balls to say that. Honestly. Never. Never ever. Couldn't do it. Also, her face says it all. She wasn't expecting this either.
What did you say to me, you little freak?
I grin. What? Are you hard of hearing as well? Are you hard of hearing as well as a fake bimbo? The entire class is silent, and I turn towards the two of us. Stop! Don't do this! Meiji sounds desperate now. Someone finally grew some balls! Shame I'm gonna have to break them. Oh, scary. But some of your clientele love having their balls stepped on by a high school girl. Oh, that's it. You asshole. She swings at me, I duck and her fist makes contact with the desk. It cracks. Strong arm you have there. How many did you jerk off to get like that? You're dead. Oh, this isn't going well. Tani chases me around the room. Despite being in Meiji's body, my instincts take over and I duck and dodge. Stop running, you coward! Aw, better not cry. No use getting that sexy, beautiful face all messy on my account.
What did you just call me?
Sexy and beautiful? What? Just because you're trying to kill me doesn't mean I can't recognize that you're very attractive, physically at least. Her eyes widen in shock, but whether it's from embarrassment or anger I can't tell. What is going on in here? An older Japanese man walks in carrying a small suitcase, probably the teacher. Nothing, sensei, just a little disagreement between me and Tani-san. You know what? I'm gonna back out the old teacher voice. Are you sure it's just a little disagreement? I look down at Kozue's fist. Oh, yeah, I guess it was getting a bit heated before you came in. I bow apologetically. Sorry about that. Kozue sinks back into her chair, sitting down with a huff. I sit down. You're a reckless idiot. She's gonna have my head for this. Which, I remind you, is yours now too. I don't know about that. Look. I glance over and see Kozue looking my way, her face still a bit flushed. She notices me looking over at her and turns away. I look away, and a few seconds later, my peripheral vision catches her trying to sneak a glance at me. So, she's one of those stereotypes. Tough girl on the outside. Not quite a tsundere. She's going to kill us. I have some fighting experience, and even in this body, I can at least dodge her attacks. Don't we have more important things to worry about aside from this? Trust me, if she's the type I believe she is, she won't do anything that drastic. Fine. But if she kills us, I'm haunting you in the afterlife. Fair enough. Take out pen and paper and begin to take notes. The first morning classes fly by. Teacher lets us out for our lunch a little early. Meiji spends the entire morning worrying about Kozue. Decide to go to the cafeteria to get something to eat. I head out, but suddenly a pair of strong but feminine hands grab my blazer, push me against the wall of a smaller hallway where no one can see us. I'm face to face with Kozue now. Ah, I knew it. We're dead. She caught us by surprise. No defending here. Currently, I'm really just mainly reading this aloud because, well, I don't have anyone else to interact with because chat has abandoned me. Turns out, no one cares about this game after all. It went well in the beginning, but then everyone decided to be like, nope, yeah, no, this isn't interesting. Maybe by next time people will start showing up more. Hopefully. Because I feel a little bit lonely talking to myself. I've done that in the beginning too, but over time I've gotten used to people being in chat, you know? So, it changing back to how it used to be is kind of weird now. I've got this. Yes, what is it, beautiful? Don't you dare call me that again, or I will make you regret this. What? Call you beautiful? You know what I mean. I smirk. Only if you leave me and everyone else alone. If not, let's just say I'm very good at Photoshop and can make you look bad. You wouldn't dare. I've taken your crap for long enough, Tani. Why should I have to anymore? My crap? This isn't going as bad as I thought. You've been in my face for too damn long. I can only take so much before I snap. Push her hands off me. Now if you'll excuse me, I need food. Wait! She holds out her hands as if to stop me. Her expression softens. Yes? Turn to face her. Look at that. Main character can actually do some stuff, apparently. I'm sorry, I always thought that you didn't mind whenever I teased you. The girl I teased last you didn't seem to mind. That wasn't teasing, that was bullying. Be more mindful of your words. See ya. Turn and head down the hall. Cafeteria, left or right? Right. Major leads me to the cafeteria. Suddenly, someone grabs my shoulder.
Did you get in a fight with someone?
News travel fast, I see. It wasn't really a fight. More like a match where I constantly had to dodge her. She didn't manage to hurt me.
She? Who was she? You didn't try and hit her back, did you?
Relax, Sayori, I didn't hit her.
Phew, I'm glad. Who was it?
Tani Kozue?
Oh, her.
Do you think that the girl Tani mentioned is Sayori? Did she do anything to you?
Yep.
Yep, it was Tani, alright. My inner cinnamon bun protection instinct kicks in. Cinnamon bun protection instinct, let's go. Protect this cinnamon bun. How dare she bully this bundle of sunshine. I'm regretting not laying her out now. I make sure she apologizes to you.
No, don't bother, it's fine.
Sayori, it's not fine. What she did is unacceptable.
Stop!
Her sudden exclamation startles me. I try to think of a rebuttal, but Meiji interrupts my train of thought. Just let her be. She's stubborn about this sort of thing. I can tell she's serious. Fine. I won't do anything.
Promise?
I promise. I won't do anything. I hug her a bit. I then hear cat calls from the other students. Sorry.
It's fine.
Do you want to eat lunch together?
Oh, actually, I'm gonna have lunch with the club members today. We have some club stuff to discuss.
Oh, well, sorry if I'm keeping you from them.
That's alright, I wanted to make sure you were okay first. Please promise me you won't get into any more fights.
I can try my best. You better. I will.
Alright. Well, I'll see you after class.
Sure thing, have fun. Once Sayori's gone, I head over to the ticket machines. Hey, is Sakura Academy a private or public school? Private. I'm guessing the high school isn't a college prep school? How do you know? I guessed. As I stand in front of the ticket machine, I look over all my options. Make a small show of pondering over the many different choices on the menu. What to eat today? That chicken curry looks good. I notice a picture of a plate of curry with rice. The curry having chicken in it. My stomach starts to grumble. Chicken curry sounds delicious. I select it and take the ticket over to the cafeteria staff and wait. Once I get my food, I head to a spot in the corner. As I look around, I see someone familiar. Is that Yuri? She's got black hair? Let's see. Purple hairpin? Check. Book? Check. Thermos of something I assume is tea? Check. Smiling as she reads? Check. Who's that? Remember when I mentioned Yuri? Yeah? That's her. You said she was a member of the club, right? Yeah, I did. Now that you mention it, I have seen her a few times reading a book. That makes sense. What are you gonna do? Leave her be. Why? 1, we don't know if meeting her earlier will affect the game, and 2, she wouldn't be comfortable. Fair enough. Hey, that's my catchphrase. I know. Maybe she chuckles. Alright. Yuri looks at her phone, then closes her book and heads out of the cafeteria. Probably go meet with the other club members. We sit for a while in silence. Finally, Meiji speaks up again. So, you know more about me than I know about you. If your story is true, tell me about yourself a bit. Oh crap, I haven't told you much, have I? Well, what would you like to know? All you've told me is your name, really. Fair enough. Well, I'm a 20-year-old college student. I live with my parents still. When I'm not studying, going to school or working, I enjoy anime, a few manga, games, reading fantasy or science fiction books. I also do go to a gym occasionally. Back in my world, I am not exactly what you'd call fit. Do you have a girlfriend? Nope, haven't had one before. Huh. Well, it makes sense why you'd play dating sims. Hey, pot kettle call. He says you're Hey pot, kettle called, he says you're black. Aha. Keep telling yourself that. Well, my mom and dad both work in finance and are pretty well off. I work part-time as a lower scrub at the company they work for. So you got the job based off of people you know. Not really, I got into the job on my own. My parents asked them to not to pull punches during my interview. I look at the time. Crap, it's getting late. We should be getting back to class. Yeah, we should. Finish the rest of my food, then after taking the food tray back in, head back to Meiji's classroom. Kozue doesn't acknowledge me as I walk by, soon class starts. Meiji somehow falls asleep, leaving me free to take better notes. Alright then, doing studying for this dude. Soon the day is over. As I'm cleaning my desk, I look over at Kozue. She looks lost in thought. I almost call out to her, but decide against it. She stands slowly as the bell finishes ringing, grabs her bags and walks out. Pull out the textbooks and focus on the homework. Complete some math problems and read a few short stories assigned to the class. Time passes. I'm just getting started on a short two-page paper. The door opens, I look over, Sayori's looking in nervously. Hey there!
Oh, good, you're still here. I thought you'd gone home already.
Now, why would I do that? My word is my bond, after all.
I just thought that after today you'd be too stressed.
Promise is a promise. Ready to go?
Yep.
Her cheery demeanor returns instantly, as if her worry hadn't been there at all. Great, let me pack my things and we can get going.
I'll go wait outside.
Before I can say anything, she bounds out of the classroom. Begin packing up and just then feel Meiji waking up. Wait, aren't we going to go, Sayori? What happened? She's waiting outside for us. I finish packing and throw my bag over my shoulder, like most anime characters do. By the way, is there a bookstore nearby? I was hoping to get a new manga and a book in preparation for tomorrow. There's actually, and it's on the way home. Great, I think Sayori will mind if we pay a visit. I don't see why not. We can ask. Sounds good to me. Head down to the shoe lockers and grab my shoes. I then head outside. The sun is low in the west. Looking at Meiji's phone, I see it's just past 5 in the afternoon. Sayori is sitting on a bench, humming a happy tune to herself. She looks like a kid, swinging her legs back and forth with her eyes closed. When she sees me, she waves and stands running over. Hey, ready?
Yep.
Good. By the way, is it cool if we stop by the bookstore first? I wanted to buy a couple new manga.
More manga? Don't you have enough?
You can never have enough manga.
Meiji.
I raise my hands in defeat. Okay, you win. Tell you what, how about if I promise to buy an actual book and take you to get something small to eat after? Will you come? She begins to drool and nods. Great, let's go. The bookstore isn't too far away. About a block away from Meiji and Sayori Street, according to my living GPS. I turn to Sayori. So how'd the club go today?
It went great. We discussed a short story today.
What story? I'd have thought that the vice president of the literature club would know what she read.
It's on my tongue's tip.
The tip of your tongue, Sayori.
Stop interrupting me. Meanie.
What mod is this? This is Doki Doki World of Dreams. The plot basically is the person you play as basically wakes up in the body of the main character at some point, and the main character is also still there, but you have control over his body and the main character is just sitting in your brain like, well, you took over my body, you're taking care of my life now, what do we do? And basically the person who we're playing as, who's woken up in the main character's body, has played Doki Doki Literature Club before, so basically we got isekai'd into the game, and are now sharing a body with the main character. It's slightly altered, it's to be a little bit more realistic, which you can tell by some of the characters having more common hair colors, like Sayori. And from the title screen, that's one thing that's still bothering me, is that Natsuki is blonde, and it just doesn't work out, honestly. I think she just looks weird without her pink hair. I've said that multiple times already, but yeah, it's a thing. So yeah, there you go. That's what we're currently playing. I chuckle and let her be, but yeah, the main character is called Meiji, and we're sharing a body with him right now, but we're in control.
A horseman in the sky.
Who's the author?
Ambrose something, I can't remember the last name.
I've never read it, is it good?
It's sad, it's set during the American Civil War.
Huh, why would they be reading American literature? American literature is just as much literature as Japanese literature, thank you. Well, what did the others think?
Natsuki didn't like it, she said it was too fancy. Yuri loved it and talked a lot about it.
Sounds like an interesting read, even more. Too fancy?
Yeah, it was a little fancy. There were a lot of descriptions in there.
Yeah, you would probably like that more than Natsuki. If you say so. I'm reasonably sure.
Oh, we're here!
It's smaller than I was hoping, but I don't let my disappointment show as I enter. Sari immediately rushes off towards one of the aisles. See two people working the store, an older man and a teenage girl. The teen sees me and approaches me. Same sprite as the one working in the cafe, but okay. Welcome to... Honestly, what voice? I think since she has the same sprite, I'm just giving her the same voice I did for the other one, which is basically the Yuri voice right now. Even though, no, but it just didn't really fit because she's too cheery. Still, just sticking with it for now.
Welcome, dear customer. Just a heads up, we will be closing in an hour.
Wait, this girl looks familiar. We should be done by then, I think. Also forgive me if I'm wrong, but haven't we met before?
Have we? Oh, you're the guy who I helped at my other job yesterday. For cinnamon buns, right?
Heh, that's me.
And how were they? Top notch, were they not?
They were amazing.
Oh, of course, because yours truly works there.
She's an interesting character.
By the way, I think I've seen you even before that. Do you go to Sakura Academy?
I'm gonna have to give her a different voice eventually if she keeps showing up. But for now I just don't know what voice to give her. Yeah, I do. Wait, do you know her? She looks vaguely familiar, but I can't remember where I've seen her.
I'm third year Chiba Kotonoha, class 3F.
I'm a third year, Shizu Meiji, class 3A. Chiba, that family name sounds familiar.
Nice to officially meet you.
Same to you.
Of course, it's always a pleasure to meet me.
Just curious, how many jobs do you have?
Just the two. I work here after school on most school nights and at the cafe on the weekends. And sometimes I work at the other places I used to work at if they're short-handed.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Indeed it is. So, do you need help finding anything?
Right, I got distracted so I forgot.
My apologies.
Not your fault, yes I could use some help. I was looking for a few things.
Great, well let's over to the counter and I'll look them up for you. Do you know the titles?
Yeah, I do.
Good.
Konoha slides behind the counter and types a few things into the computer. Okay.
Okay, so what's the title of the first book?
It's a mystery/horror novel called Portrait of Markov.
Who's the author?
I'm sorry, I don't know. All I know is that there's an eye on the cover.
Let's see.
She types a few things into the computer and hits enter.
We have a few entries, have a look.
Returns the screen to me.
Do any of these look familiar?
One immediately stands out. Might be it. Yeah, that's definitely the one. I point. I think that's the one.
Looks kinda creepy.
It is a horror book after all.
Oh yeah, of course, I'll be right back.
Kotonoha heads to an aisle and disappears for a bit. After a minute, she returns with the book.
Is this the one?
Let's have a look. I take it and look it over. Isn't very long, much like the way it was described in the game. I look at the price, only 700 yen? Really? I then open the book and flip through it quickly. Yeah, this looks like it.
Great, you can go ahead and set it down here.
I put it on the counter.
Is there anything else you're looking for, Shizu-san?
Manga called Parfait Girls? There should be multiple volumes. She nods and types it in the search icon.
Do you know the author of this one?
I don't know that one either, sorry. Kotonoha looks at the results on her screen.
Well, a lot of the results are cookbooks, but maybe we have it in somewhere. Have it somewhere. Take a look.
She turns the screen to me again and look at the images on the screen until one catches my eye. Are you serious? It's just a knockoff of the title screen of the game. Wow. Even has similar characters. I mean, yeah, that's why it's a knockoff, but still, I mean... Oh my god. That has to be it. It has to be. How could it not be? I wonder what their names are. Yeah, that's the one I was looking for.
You're lucky we have all the current volumes in. The bundle costs about 5,000 yen though.
Let me think. Hold on, before I let you blow 6,000 yen on this. Tell me why we're getting this. This is a manga that's special to Natsuki. Besides, I think you'll be surprised. Alright, let's get it. You know what? Yeah, I'll take that one too.
Be right back.
Kotonoha walks to a different aisle. She comes back with a large stack of manga, each a decent thickness, and placed them on the counter. I open the first volume and see that Monika's look-alike is Kiwi Minori. Sayori's is Strawberry Sayaka, Yuri's is Blueberry Taka, and Natsuki's is Peach Nakara. Okay, alright, I get that. Interesting.
Anything else?
No, that should be it. Let me grab my friend and we'll be on our way.
I'll start reading these up for you.
Thanks. I walk over to the aisle where I saw Sayori rush to. See her drooling over a cookbook. Does that woman never stop eating? Hey, leave her to it. Meiji sounds amused. Don't be too blasé about it. Overeating can be a sign of depression. I'm not sure if that's the case for her, but it's a possibility. Oh, I didn't know. I feel his guilt return. I give him a mental hug. Thanks. Look over Sayori's shoulder and see her looking at wedding cake recipes. My, that does look good.
Ah!
She drops the book.
Meiji, don't scare me like that.
Sorry. Pick up the book. Brush the creases out and put it back. I got what I wanted. Ready to go?
Yep, I'm hungry anyway.
Well, I did promise you some small snack. Let's hurry up so we can get you some food. We head to the front. Did you want any books?
Nope, just food.
Alright, Your Majesty.
Very well, Commoner.
What, am I a dog now? She pets my head. Woof.
Good boy.
I really have missed this, even if it isn't me doing it. Soon, my friend. Soon. Reach the counter. Bring out Meiji's wallet and quickly pay for the books. As Kotonoha is bagging them all up, she looks over at Sayori and her eyes light up with recognition.
Sayori, is that you? Coco! Coco!
Okay, that's a pretty cute nickname.
I didn't know you worked here.
Sayori, shh, there's a bookstore.
Oh, sorry. It's still the same little bundle of sunshine you were last year. I hope you didn't get Tani-san in your class this year.
Nah, that'd be me.
Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay, I took care of her this morning. Actually, the voice I gave her now sounds more like the voice I gave Monika. I think I found the Monika voice. And no, I didn't do anything physical to her.
Oh, that's good. Well, I'd love to catch up, but I really should be getting back to work. Nice seeing you again. Same to you, Sayori. Oh, and Shizu-san, if we see each other in school, could you please call me by my first name? It's a bit embarrassing to be called by my last name.
That's fine. In that case, you can call me Meiji.
Thank you. Well, it was nice seeing you too, Sayori. Nice meeting you, Meiji. See you later. Bye!
See ya. Sarah and I head out. So, who's that Kotonoha girl?
Oh, I had class with her last year. She's a member of the Chiba family.
Right, now I remember. Meiji? The Chibas are a pretty rich family who live in their own private estate. Rich girl stereotype, check. Really? That's odd then. What's odd? If her family is so rich, why does she have a job?
You know, that's a good question.
Crap, I said that out loud. Gotta be more careful. Careful, dude. I know, my bad. Maybe it's because she's bored?
Maybe, I don't know. Oh, we're here.
Meiji leads me to a small convenience store a half block away. So he rushes inside, I jog up behind her. Sayori begins rummaging up and down the halls with a shopping basket, filling it up. I grab an egg sandwich and melon soda. Stand and wait, eating the sandwich as Sayori shops. The cashier chuckles. Your girlfriend has quite an appetite. She isn't my girlfriend, she and I have been childhood friends for years though. Whatever you say, kiddo. She will be though if all goes well. I'm scared though, what if she rejects me? Even if she did, it's not the end of the world. You're just going to have to move on. It's not your fault if she does, but I have it on good authority she won't. But it's not a game anymore, is it? I'll be honest, I'm not sure if it's a game or not, but the coincidences are too big to ignore. So he comes up and places a basket full of goodies on the counter. I move over and wait for the cashier to ring her up. I raise an eyebrow at her selection. Think you've got enough to last until dinner?
Well, Mom texted me and said she had to work late tonight, so I'm buying snacks for and dinner for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, do you think you have enough still?
Yep.
Alright, if you're sure, then I'll get these for you. To check. Alright. I pay for the goodies and grab the bags. We both head out. The sun is lower in the sky, and it's colder. I spot some clouds coming from the west and spreading the sun's glow across the evening sky.
Meiji, are you sure you're okay? Earlier of the fight?
Nothing happened after, I promise. We had a brief exchange after school was over, but she ran out after I tried to talk to her about it.
What were you thinking, Meiji? You could have gotten hurt.
That's what I'd like to know. Look, that girl has been bothering me all year. I guess I finally snapped. But I'm sorry for worrying you. I promise I'll be more mindful in the future.
You better.
We walk for a while in comfortable silence. Finally, we reach Sayori's house. I carry the groceries to the door.
I can take these inside.
No, it's okay. However, she insists quite fervently, and I know better not to argue. She takes the bags. See you tomorrow.
Good night, Meiji.
Good night, Sayori. She heads inside and shuts the door. I turn and head back to Meiji's house. So, what are the plans for tonight? I did promise we'd continue that anime together, right? Right! Can feel the excitement pouring from Meiji as I take off my shoes. After I wash my face and put the first volume of Parfait Girls and Portrait of Markov in my bag, I put on Meiji's pajamas. After I am all settled in for the night, I turn on my laptop and begin playing episode 6. After the last episode, I look at the clock. It's past 9 already, we should get some sleep. Oh, I wanted to watch the specials. Tomorrow night, I promise. You better keep that promise. Of course I will. Turn everything off and after shutting off the lights, climb into bed. Tomorrow's gonna be a busy day, so be prepared. I certainly hope you're wrong about this world, but if you aren't, I'll do what I can to make sure what you told me doesn't happen. Thanks. Good night. Good night. Set the phone alarm and slowly fall asleep. Tuesday, October 24th, 2017. It's dark outside when I wake next, but something's wrong. I feel terrible. My stomach is doing loops and gurgling. Look at Meiji's phone. 4:39 a.m. Try and calm my stomach with deep breaths, but no dice. Rush to the toilet and the contents of my stomach come up. Last night's egg sandwich must have been bad. Or the melon soda. Eventually there's nothing left. Cough and spit up what remains in my mouth. Damn, why today? Meiji? Meiji, are you okay? Meiji? Hey, Mom. What happened? Are you okay? Yeah, I guess that egg sandwich last night was bad or something. Head to the sink and wash my mouth and splash some cold water on my face. Meiji's mom walks over and puts her forehead to mine. You do feel a bit warm. She rummages through a drawer beside the sink, pulls out a digital thermometer. After a while, she takes it out. No fever, but I'm still not comfortable sending you to school. That settles it. No school for you, young man. It's just food poisoning. That doesn't matter. You need to rest and let your body heal. If you're feeling better tomorrow, you can go. It's probably a bad idea to talk back to her more on the matter. Plus, she might get suspicious if I want to go to school. Sweet, no school. This isn't an excuse to goof around. I fully expect you to get plenty of rest today. Go back to bed now. Okay, Mom. She ushers me back to the bedroom. Stay here for a bit. She rushes back out. While I'm waiting, Meiji's dad comes in. Meiji, is everything okay? Yeah, sorry for waking you again, Dad. Try not to make a habit out of it. We both still have to get up for work in an hour. I laugh a bit. I'll try. Where's your mom? She went downstairs to get something. I swear that mother of yours can be quite a handful sometimes. Is that so? Meiji's mom comes back in with a glass of pale green liquid. Drink this. She hands it to me, then turns back to her husband. How am I a handful, huh? Dear, you know I didn't mean anything by it.
I know what you mean.
Minako.
But you know me, I'll always worry about our kids.
I watch as Tatsu hugs his wife. Take a sip of what Meiji's mom gave me. Whoa, this is ginger ale. Didn't know they had that in Japan. My old mom used to give me that whenever I got a stomach bug. Meiji's parents move apart from the hug. These two, so cute.
Now go to sleep, sweetie. You need your rest.
We'll call the school later and let them know you won't be coming in today. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. See you later.
Love you, Meiji.
Love you too, Mom. Good night, Meiji. Night, Dad. Lay back down and turn off the alarm before going back to sleep. Damn it. This is not going according to plan. Wake a few hours later with sunlight coming from the window. Meiji's mom must have opened it this time. The clock says 7:12 a.m. It's about time you woke up. We've got to get to school. Nope, not today. Oh crap, here we go again. Again? What do you... Oh wow, are we sick? Once again I rush to the toilet. Damn it, why did it have to be today of all days? Wait, couldn't this be a good thing though? Changing things, I mean? I don't know. Go to the kitchen. On the counter there's a note and a couple cans of chicken broth. Meiji, please boil up some of these and sip on it during the day. Hopefully this will help. Love, Mom. That woman, what a worrywart. I like her. I grab a mug. Looking over, I see that Meiji's mom had put broth in a small pan and left it on low already. Surprised she didn't make porridge. That's irrelevant. Put some of the warm broth into the mug and then open another can and pour it into the pot. There are too many variables here. Today was the day Sayori tricks you into joining her club. She was going to bribe you with cupcakes. My mouth waters at the mention of cupcakes, but is quickly countered by a rumbling in my stomach. There's nothing we can do about it, right? We're sick. We can't do anything about it. The doorbell rings, a muffled voice calls out.
Meiji, are you in there? Hurry up or we'll be late.
I head to the door, opening it. I peek out. Sayori's waiting there expectantly, bag in hand, jogging in place like she's ready to run at a moment's notice. Hey Sayori, sorry but I can't go today. I have a nasty case of food poisoning. Mom told me to stay home today.
What? Are you okay?
I feel terrible, but I'm not contagious. I just need a day to let whatever's inside me pass. Sorry I won't be able to walk with you to school today.
No, it's fine. It's okay. You just focus on getting better, alright? I'll stop by when the club is over.
I will. After I finish this broth, I'm off to rest.
Alright. Get better soon, hear me?
I will. Take care.
You too.
Sayori makes her way down the hill. I head back inside, rinse off the mug and place it next to the pan. Well, since we have some time, we can finish those specials and the OVA. But then we should come down here for the rest of the day. Alright, sounds good to me. Head back upstairs, turn on my laptop and proceed to spend the next couple of hours watching the specials and the OVA. When that's done, I see that it's 9:30 in the morning. The little bit of broth I'd had isn't sitting well, so I rush to the toilet again and do what needs to be done. After I clean up, I turn off my laptop and, grabbing the school bag, carry it downstairs to the couch along with a blanket. Get myself situated on the couch and, after grabbing another mug of broth, I sit down. You can sleep if you want, or you can read with me. Pull out the first issue of Parfait Girls and turn to the first page. This is manga, no way I'm gonna sleep. But if you pull out that other book, I'm sleeping. Fair enough. I read slowly so Meiji can get the plot as well. It starts out as a typical cutesy slice of life. The four girls were all friends who enjoyed a love of cooking and baking. While the tastes of food differed considerably, one thing they all agreed on was that parfaits were the superior dessert, and they thoroughly enjoyed making them together. In the last year of high school, these four girls left their respective clubs and decided to start the cooking club up again. Oh, this is just a knockoff literature club, isn't it? The volume ended with the four girls looking over their new club room. One of the school's auxiliary kitchens. Oh, this mangaka's good. I reach for the second volume, but my stomach has other plans. When I get back, I fill the mug up again and sit back down. Thoughts so far? I'll be honest, it didn't look like something I'd normally read. I'm more into action and isekai. Ayo. No, I do enjoy some slice of life too, but isekai is one of those classic things I also fall for very often. But this looks interesting so far. Just slice of life is kinda relaxing. Agreed. Let's switch to Portrait of Markov. Why are you so insistent on reading that book? It's a book Yuri enjoys, and we need to make friends with all of them. Same with Parfait Girls. It's an important manga to Natsuki. I don't exactly like the idea, but fine. A somewhat basic idea of the story, but wow, the story's good. The main character in the book, named Fujiko, was a high school girl who, after the disappearance of her father, finds out that she has a twin sister who lives in a smaller rural town in Hokkaido. The first scene was her inner thoughts while she took a bullet train from the Sapporo airport to a small town called Yuna, where she's greeted by her younger twin sister named Masae. Even in that first chapter, I imagined Yuri as the protagonist and can easily picture her being like that. Fujiko was worrying the entire train ride there how to best introduce herself to the sister she never knew she had. In contrast, Masaya was very upbeat and friendly, acting more as an older sister to her new sibling. The town they lived in had one school that catered every grade from elementary to high school, one small library, a few small restaurants, and one grocery store. As she's exploring the town one day, a car driving away from a bunch of police cars ran into a pole near her. An older woman got out and stumbled over to Fujiko, muttering something about a third eye before clutching at Fujiko's shirt, leaving her bloody handprint on it. The police officers asked her what the woman said, but Fujiko was too traumatized to speak, only shaking her head. After she calmed down, she said that the woman didn't say anything, other than something about a third eye. The police officers let her go at that point. I look at the clock and it shows that it's just past 11 in the morning. Why don't we take a bath? Agreed. Great, but first, grab my laptop again. Take it upstairs and place it in its hiding place, charging underneath the desk, underneath the old bag. I then head downstairs. With Meiji's help, I set up the bath and warm water begins filling the tub. While the tub is filling, I grab my phone and Bluetooth speaker, put on some soft Japanese music and lay down in the bath. When the tub is full, I turn it off and lay there, eyes closed. 10 minutes pass. So, what's the plan now? I'm not sure. Right now I just want to get through today. I'm not sure what's going to happen, and I'm a bit scared. No, scratch that, I'm scared out of my skull. Alright dude, calm down, we can get through this. You've been helping a lot, so let me try and help you. I'm sorry, I just have no idea how to handle the situation. The entire first day of the game won't happen now because of my foolish mistake and eating that. Stop! Whoa, I almost heard that, he sighs. You didn't do anything wrong. You're helping me reconnect with Sayori, and while I'm not sure I would have done everything you did, you've been acting as much like me as possible. Thanks for that. I feel a bit better, not physically, but I feel a little bit more prepared. Good. So what are you thinking about? And I don't know. I'm wondering if the scene from the first day will go similarly if we go to the club a day or two later. If it does, all we're missing is a day. But I don't know if Monica already knows where she is now or not. What do you mean? Here's the thing, on the first day Monica assigns the club a task to write poems to share. Since this is a dating game, all the player does is choose 20 random words that can appeal to Sayori, Yuri or Natsuki. The others actually write poems. Monica's poem on the second day kinda implies that she knows that her world is nothing more than a game. And Devi Dino, welcome to the stream! Glad to see you around. Chat's been silent for, well, forever. No, I'm late, had no notifications. Twitch is being an idiot again. And I turned off the... You might have noticed I removed the Discord bot, because the Discord bot was also not working. Again, like 2/3 of the time it didn't send a notification, and if it did send a notification, it bugged out a little bit. So yeah. Sad. But I'll try to maybe I can find a different Discord bot that does the same thing. I might try looking into it again. But yeah, anyway, thanks for coming. I don't know if she knew it was a game from the start or if she discovered it between the first and second day. Wait, only the 3? Why wasn't Monica there? She doesn't have her own route. What? Why? You'd have to ask the creator. Honestly, it's her story that made me the most upset. Don't get me wrong. I feel for the other girls' struggle and I'm not belittling them, but Monica, she deserves happiness just as much as the others. Oh, now I see. I can almost feel his smirk. What? Even the Twitch notifications don't work. I figured I'd come around to see. Well, I am still live, so. But I don't know, the stream is probably not going for much longer considering I'm like 15 minutes away from the 3-hour mark, so. Bad timing. Bad timing. But what? Honestly, it's really not your fault. It's honestly just Twitch's fault for being lazy with their notifications. What? You're going after Monica, aren't you? Not that it's any of your business, but now that I'm here, I'm not going to neglect her. Don't want to neglect any of them. I don't want to see them die. I hit the side of the tub angrily. I could barely handle it when they died on the screen. I think I'd break down if I saw it in real life. Very late, but I'll stay around. Might want to get that checked out at some point. If it just keeps on crashing. Might want to get that checked out at some point. Do you always get like this when you're sick? Meiji sounds concerned. Take a breath and splash water on my face, forcing myself to calm down. Not always, but how would you react if you knew what was going to happen in the next couple of days and only had one chance to change things? I can't say I understand completely, but I do get why you're nervous. Luckily, you're not alone. I may not know much about this game, but I can try and help however I can. And if what you say is right, we can try and get Monica's help. I certainly hope so. The two of us lay there for half an hour in silence, listening to the music. After that, I get out, drain the water and dry off. After using the toilet again, I head back into the living room after putting on some clean pajamas. I don't know about you, but I'm too tired to read anything. Constantly throwing up is tiring out this body. I feel it too. Let's sleep. Can't be bothered. Okay, I get that. I do get that. Unplugging everything can be annoying depending on how many things you have plugged in. I mean, what is that? You have the monitor, the speakers, keyboard and mouse, your internet connection. Probably a headset as well. What else? Maybe a webcam. So yeah, it adds up. It adds up. Turn on the music again and lie down. The couch is incredibly comfortable and I find myself quickly drifting into unconsciousness. I wake later, no dreams. That's unusual, I normally have dreams whenever I'm sick. Oh crap. Once more, onto the breach. After I'm done, I come back and lie back down. Meiji wakes up. Hey, we okay? That sandwich really messed us up. Ugh, this sucks. More rest then? Yeah. I yawn and close my eyes again. My music is still going and it's soothing me. Just about to sleep when someone opens the door. Someone walks in. Did Meiji's mom come back early from work? Shh, be quiet. Sayori, what the hell?
He's probably still asleep.
Hey, what's Sayori doing here? No idea. Let's listen. That's gonna be Yuri.
Are you sure about this? He looks exhausted. Do you think it was a good idea to come here?
Power 2 monitors, mouse, keyboard, controller, mic headset, network adapter. Yeah. Alright. I mean, I get why you don't want to get through the work, but if it's constantly crashing, you might still want to do it. It's gonna benefit you in the long run, I feel like. But yeah, apparently, because... So this is interesting, because we couldn't make it to school because we were sick, and Natsuki probably still made the cupcakes for today. So the entire literature club just come over to my house now. Because I think that's invasive. I mean, I'm not even part of the club. I didn't even say that I would be part of the club. And suddenly they're coming over, the entire club is coming over here with cupcakes. Being like, hey, wanna join? A little bit out there. A little behind on the story. Alright, let me brief you on what's going on real quick. So, we have our main character, who's played DDLC. And one day he goes to sleep and wakes up in the body of the main character of DDLC. From one day before the story starts, so on Sunday. Now, he first goes through the day entirely normally, and then he realizes later on that the actual main character is also still around. At least his consciousness. So basically, the main character of DDLC and this person who's played DDLC before currently share the main character's body. But, yeah, only we have control. So the actual person the body belongs to has no control anymore. And it's just sitting in the back of our mind like, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing with my body there. But yeah, we're currently trying to convince him to save everyone. Also, it's slightly different. Everything is slightly more put into realism, so the characters have more realistic hair colors. So, if you're wondering why some of them look slightly different, that's why. Okay, so I think that's basically most of it. It's currently Tuesday, which was the day that Natsuki was supposed to give us the cupcakes and convincing us to join, and kind of, yeah. Kind of sounds like a mix-up with your name. Honestly, at the beginning I was like thinking they were gonna switch bodies when we woke up in the main character's body. But apparently we're still in the same body, so I know in your name it's the case that they switch bodies. I haven't actually seen it, but I know it's amazing and I really should watch it at some point. But yeah, I know that they switch bodies on occasion, the two main characters, right? I don't know, do they... That happens multiple times and they start writing on their body so the other person can read what they're thinking? Isn't that what's going on, I think? That's all I know, basically. But yeah, I might have to give it a watch, I honestly should. So yeah, Meiji is, by the way, the main character. And we are, we are us. But Meiji currently can only talk to us in our mind. Won't spoil anything, but it's so well written. And okay, I'm gonna have to give it a watch when I have the time. The voice sounds more mature and deeper. Couldn't be, could it? It's definitely Yuri. Top 5 movies in Japan? Alright, then all the more reason. Oh, I think that's Natsuki, probably. Where do I put these? Oh god, I haven't done these voices so long. Whoever voiced that harsh whisper has a higher, cutesy sounding voice. Also, fair bit of warning, I've said it multiple times after I've seen her on the cover art. Natsuki, without her pink hair, looks so weird. She looks so weird if she doesn't have pink hair. She's blonde now. And I honestly... that's throwing me off so much.
Put them in the kitchen. I'll show you where.
I don't move. 3 pairs of feet walk past me into the kitchen. Wait, only 3? Got a sneaking suspicion on where the owner of the 4th pair is. I gently open my eyes. Well, what the hell? Well, that's a nice thing to wake up to. Imagine, you're sleeping in your own room, open your eyes, and suddenly the most popular girl in class is just standing in your room. Out of nowhere. No doubt about it, that's definitely Monica. She's way too close. I moved back only to hit my head against the couch's armrest. Ow! Damn it. You okay, Code? Yeah, just startled is all.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jesus-san. I didn't mean to startle you.
I rubbed the back of my head as I sat up. No, it's not your fault. So Yori, get in here. That sounded angrier than I meant it to sound.
Oh, Meiji, you're awake. Are you okay? Are you feeling any better?
A bit confused right now. What's going on?
Well...
I'm guessing that's Natsuki. Sayori, what's going on in there? There, look at them. They look so weird. They look so weird. I mean, for Yuri, I think the black hair actually doesn't look too bad on her. It's a little bit weird when you're used to purple hair, but I think the black hair suits her as well. Definitely. Monika didn't change at all. Sayori's change wasn't too drastic, so I think that's also manageable. But look at Natsuki and tell me that isn't weird. It looks so weird. She looks so weird. Natsuki looks just completely... I just... it's so... you get where I'm coming from, right? Natsuki, please, dye your hair pink. It would make you look so much better. And your eye... Also, I just noticed, yeah, the eye colors are also different. Huh. I mean, again, makes sense. I see Yuri already, but who's the blonde girl? Wait, ribbons on her head and the twin tails and her flat, posture. Natsuki's a blonde? Yeah, that's my thoughts exactly. Why? Turn to Sayori slowly. Sayori, explain.
Well, I wanted to get you to join my club today, so I was going to invite you, but then you got sick. I couldn't wait for you to meet the club, though, so I brought them here.
Whoa, I did not expect this from Sayori. Me neither. This is an unexpected move from her. It's too aggressive. Meiji, be mindful. Let them make the first move. So, you brought them here instead?
Are you mad at me?
I sigh, rub my eyes, then look up at her with a smile. No, I'm not mad at you. You're my bestest friend. Even if I did, I couldn't stay upset for long.
Are we bothering you?
No, it's alright. I slowly sit up. It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Chizumeiji, Sayori's neighbor and best friend.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori's telling us nothing but good things about you during club meetings.
Seriously, Sayori? Seriously, Sayori? This sick boy is who you chose? So much for a nice club atmosphere? You didn't tell me the other girls were this cute, dude. I mean, wow. That's strange. What is it? The fact that these incredibly cute girls showed up to my house? Well, that too. But I mean, this conversation, it's nearly identical to the way it goes in the original game. Alright, let's see how it goes. I don't add on that Meiji is following the script a bit too. Better keep an eye on that.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
So he said that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Muramoto Natsuki from Class 3C, always full of energy.
Oh, they actually gave them a first and last name as well as naming what class they're in. Interesting. And apparently in this game, compared to the previous mod we played, so in the previous mod, remember that Natsuki was a class under us. Apparently in this mod, we're all in the same grade. So that's interesting. Ever so slightly different here.
And this is Yoshika Yuri from Class 3E, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
What is it? Maybe it's just me, but Yoshika-san kind of seems like the type who has a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Muramoto-san. She does, but I don't think any less of her. She's extremely intelligent, and we're going to need her help to see if we can let you take control for a bit.
And you already know our club president, Asuna Monika, from Class 3D, right?
3D, really? Of course she has that classroom. 3D waifus, actually no, she's 2D, sorry.
Yeah, yes, nice to see you again, Shizu-san. Sorry again about the head. Are you okay? Does it hurt still?
Well, that's new. No, it's not hurting as bad as before. And don't be sorry, it wasn't your fault. I smile back at her. My heart's really going doki doki right now. She really is very beautiful. Again, this game can't decide whether or not it wants to go Japanese or English. Because, I'm gonna say it, the original game never used those words like doki doki, other than, you know, when it came to poem writing. But Then again, we are currently playing as someone who has played the game rather than being a character. So maybe that's where this is coming from. Wait, you guys know each other? We were in the same class last year, but we didn't really talk, like, ever, right?
Hardly ever. Well, we're going to have to fix that. Meiji, do you feel well enough to have some cupcakes?
Cupcakes? I put a hand on my stomach, taking a deep breath. You know, I do feel better than before. Cupcake does sound good. Only had chicken broth today.
I'll get them.
Hey, I made them, I'll get them.
Sorry, got a little too excited.
Natsuki and Sayori head into the kitchen. Sayori practically giddy with excitement.
Shizu-san, is it okay if I make some tea as well? It might help you feel better. Assuming you have some kind of tea set.
Do you guys have a tea set? Sayori knows where all the tea stuff is. We haven't moved it since she was last year. Oh, of course you can. Sayori knows where our tea set is.
Thank you, Shizu-san.
Well, alone with Monika. What should I ask her? I've got it. So, Asuna-san, I'm curious, how come you've decided to make a new club? You're pretty talented already. Could be a high-ranking member for any of the major clubs at school. Weren't you pretty high up in the debate club last year? Monika sits a respectful distance away on the couch.
Well, if I'm honest, I hate big club politics.
She picks up a portrait of Markov and looks over it nonchalantly.
When I was in that club, there was nothing but arguments on budgets, publicity, and preparing for events. Don't get me wrong, the debating part of the club was fine and all, but I wanted to form something based around something that I enjoy and try to make something special out of it as well. And if that encourages people to get into literature, then I'm already making that dream into reality.
Subtle, Monika, really subtle. Reality. Seems like she knows already. I'm just going to have to keep taking your word for this, aren't I? Yep. Well, that's certainly an admirable goal. Sayori said you're a great leader, and from what I've heard of you and remember about you from last year, I believe it. But how come your club doesn't have more members? I mean, I get you're still kinda new, but I'd have thought there were more people in our school into literature than just the four of you.
Well, you have to understand not many people are willing to put in the effort to start something brand new. Especially with something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. It's a lot of work trying to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But that just makes school events like the Culture Festival that much more important. I'm hopeful that we can really grow this club before we graduate.
Admirable. And I hope that dream gets realized. Just then Natsuki walks back in, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready?
You have no idea. I give Monika a sideways glance. You can almost see a flirtatious rising of her shoulder.
Ta-da! Wah!
Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray. I hadn't seen the cupcakes in the game. They were described as cats, but the craftsmanship I see is beyond anything any normal high school senior can make. The cupcakes themselves are soft and white, of the multicolored frosting having been poured on expertly. The image of cute kittens were probably painted on with some sort of brush made for that purpose. The whiskers are made of chocolate icing, and bits of chocolate sprinkles made up the ears.
So cute! I had no idea we were this good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know, just hurry and take one. I didn't make them to be stared at all day. So he grabs one first, and immediately inhales it.
So good!
I grab one, then look over at Natsuki, who's sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for us to take a bite? Yeah, she is. I make a show of looking over the cupcake. You know, this cupcake is pretty professionally made. How long have you been baking, Muramoto-san?
Long enough to know how to make good pastries?
Fair enough. I finally bite down. Wow. The game did not do this justice by a long shot. The cupcake itself is light and fluffy, but not overly sweet like some are. The frosting, I hate this cliche, but in this case, melting in my mouth is a perfect description. The chocolate and vanilla flavors don't clash, but blend well with each other. Suddenly, aware of how hungry I am, I devour it very quickly.
What? My cupcake! Be careful, dummy! Slow down! Slow down, dummy! Baka!
I smile sheepishly as I place the paper wrapping down carefully. I haven't had much to eat today, only the broth that mom left me this morning. I grab a napkin from a small stack that Sayori had brought in and wipe my mouth. Although I think one is enough for me for now, I hope it's okay if I take a few for later. Do what you want? It's not like I've definitely heard this before. Made them for you or anything? You're right. She is a classic tsundere. That's some impressively weird logic she has there. Love the Food Wars-like description. I mean, it is pretty similar to the original game as well. Maybe a little bit more elaborate. But yeah, gotta love that description of like, oh, the game did not do it justice in describing it. Told ya. I humbly accept these gracious offerings to my poor wounded stomach. I take 2 more. Yuri returns carrying a tea set.
Here we are. I am surprised though, this tea set is nearly identical to the one we keep in the club.
So is the mod like a slice of life mod or stuff? I don't know. Yeah, currently it's not Sunday anymore. We already went ahead in time, so currently it's Tuesday. Yeah, but we started on the Sunday before it went down. So the Sunday right before the week started where the game takes place. And now we're currently in the week where the game would take place. So this is our introduction to the club. It just got moved to our home because we got sick on the day we were supposed to meet them. Sad. But yeah, I'm not sure if there's gonna be the Doki Doki stuff. I mean, we are currently trying very hard to prevent that from happening. I mean, we spent the Sunday before the game even officially started already reconnecting with Sayori to try and boost our chances a little bit, you know? And I think that helped. But yeah, we still got some stuff to figure out here. It is?
Yes, it's a bit older than the one in the club, but the design is almost identical.
Oh, that's quite a coincidence.
That is true.
Hold up, you keep a whole tea set in the club room? How does that work?
Yes, the teachers gave us permission to keep a tea set in the room.
Do you make tea regularly?
I make it almost every day. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? You don't have to let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
I'm not intimidated. I am impressed, though. I give Yuri a kind smile.
That's not...
Yuri looks away, looking a bit insulted.
I meant that, you know...
It's alright, Yoshika-san. It's so weird addressing them with you know, their family names here right now. It's so weird. I do enjoy a good cup of tea, and I'm sure my stomach could use it too.
I'm glad.
Especially today.
We're not bothering you too much, I hope.
Not at all. I'm feeling better than I did. If all goes well, I'll be at school tomorrow. As Yuri begins pouring tea, Meiji speaks up. This isn't normal, not normal at all. 4 girls willingly coming over to a sick boy's house, not normal. Thank you, Meiji, for pointing it out. I know. I mean, I'm not surprised Sayori came over, but why these other girls? Not that I mind, but still. No argument here, but then again, this is supposed to be a dating sim game. I think, yeah, just the game correcting itself. Because you're supposed to get introduced to the characters now, so if you're not coming to the characters, the game is forcing the characters to come to you. I wouldn't be surprised if their affection stats are higher than on normal humans. Either that or the script had to improvise. There we go, script had to improvise. When Yuri's done pouring the tea, I take a cup, blow on it, and sip. The tea isn't too strong and feels soothing as it flows down my throat. Ah, that really hits the spot. Thank you, Yoshika-san.
Think nothing of it. Oh, by the way, there's no need to stand on ceremony with us. It's perfectly alright to call everyone by their first names.
Not mine!
Natsuki, don't be rude to a sick person.
It's fine, I'm flexible, Muramoto-san. Good. You all can call me by my first name too if you want. Monika and Natsuki go and grab another cupcake, but Yuri looks at me curiously. Something on your mind, Yuri? Try not to sound rude.
My apologies. I was just curious as to your literary interests.
She indicates the books on the table.
I assume you read manga?
For a long time, and I still do. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Just like in the game, she looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. However, I've read a few other things as well. Like I told Sayori recently, I read Sense and Sensibility just for a change of pace. And then yesterday I picked up this book at the bookstore. I hold up Portrait of Markov. I've already read a bit into it. It's a good read so far. I also read some of J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth fantasy books, and I even read C.S. Lewis's Chronicles of Narnia and the Space Trilogy.
Well, it's good you're trying to expand your horizons.
How about you?
Well, let's see.
You retraced the rim of a teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. You mentioned Tolkien earlier. His books are a long-time favorite of mine. The level of creativity and craftsmanship he put into that world amazes me to no end. Same with other books with similar world building. But what impresses me more about that book series is how he was able to tell such a human story within such a vast world.
I agree, even in manga there can be complex worlds and incredible world building. I've been taking a stab at creating my own world, and I've come to respect those who can do it a lot more. It takes a lot of intelligence and foresight. Yuri nods in agreement.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. It's pretty amazing how an author can take advantage of the reader's lack of imagination and throw them for a loop. I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Coincidentally,
Yuri picks up Portrait of Markov.
This is one of my favorites.
Well, don't spoil it for me.
I won't. First-hand experience of a book without knowing the plot is always the best. Horror? I wouldn't have expected that from you, Yuri. Especially for someone as gentle and caring as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
As opposed to physical horror? I mean, that makes sense. Those types rely on cheap scares.
Exactly.
I hate horror.
Oh, why's that?
Well, Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second, almost as if she's asking for backup. I get where you're coming from, Muramoto-san. I have a love-hate relationship with horror. Anytime I watch anything related to horror, I have to sleep with the covers over my head for fear of monsters I know are not there. Mind and emotions are two different aspects of the human psyche. We can know that ghosts and monsters don't exist, but our emotions tell us otherwise. Even then, I still find myself drawn to horror when the mood strikes me. Exactly! Well, except for the acting like a kid part and hiding under the covers.
That's right, you usually write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting.
Monika reaches into her blazer pockets and pulls out a scrap paper. Wait, she isn't going to say anything about the title? Who gave you permission to look at that?
I had to find out who it belonged to. Your cupcakes, your poems, they all scream cute, just like you.
Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Sayori, cut Muramoto-san some slack.
Eh?
There are a lot of people who think being called cute means you're not being taken seriously. I ruffle Sayori's hair playfully.
I'm sorry, Natsuki, I didn't know.
Forget it, it's fine. Muramoto-san, you write your own poems? Eh? The question seems to disarm her a bit. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I just asked because I do on occasion. It's quite an interesting change of pace. I do too, on occasion. Either when people ask me, or of course when I'm playing DDLC, which means... Actually, that reminds me. When I upload this this stream to the stream archive to YouTube, I'm gonna have to think of another poem. Gotta put my mind to work again, it's been a while. I don't have many poems, but what I do have, I'd gladly share with the club for critiquing. I'd also like to see yours if I can. No? Color comes to her cheeks. Really, how come? You wouldn't like them? You sound so certain. How do you know what I do and don't like? Pick up both Parfait Girls and Portrait of Markov. If I can read both of these and enjoy them equally, what makes you think I won't enjoy your poems?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. the truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri?
Ahem. It's about time I come to an end with this stream, right? My throat certainly would like that. It's been so long since I played the DLC, I forgot that it's nice to have some drinks prepared when you're playing a visual novel.
Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable to share hers. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
After a few seconds of silence, I clear my throat. Turning to Monica, I hold up my hand in imitation of the gesture Monica would make in the game. Okay, Monica, I have an idea I want to run past you.
I think we're thinking the same thing.
I don't know what it is about that look of her, but something about that look is a little bit too smug for my taste coming from Monica. Also the fact that, again, she's staring right at us rather than being slightly turned to the side. Get a hot drink after the stream. It'll do wonders after a visual novel, yeah. I shall do that. I don't doubt it. Oh, why don't you two just make out already? It's obvious you like her. Damn it, Meiji. Damn it, Meiji, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Let me stay out of my brain for a second. I need to think. Come on, Meiji. I know this is your body and stuff, but I'm the one in control, so shut up. You really want me to kiss her while I'm still in your body? Huh? No! Well, there you go.
I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all shadow move each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club.
Uninfused tea really makes me... I love the internal conflict. Honestly, that's one of the best parts about this mod, in my opinion, so far. Just the talk of us and the actual person whose body we're in, just like, dude, are you serious? They fit so well together. Honestly, because one of the things he's done is because, well, we rely on Meiji for navigation because naturally we only just recently arrived, we don't know where anything is, and he's taking up the habit of mimicking like your classic GPS, like turn left in 235 meters. He's just started mimicking that whenever he's trying to get us to go somewhere. And I think that's just, honestly, that's something I would do too if I was stuck in with someone else in control of the body. Who wouldn't do something like that, honestly? If only for a one-time gag, maybe.
Isn't that right, Meiji?
Monica gives me a knowing look. She's being as subtle as a brick through a window. Look at her face! Very subtle, Monica. Very subtle. Are you actually... She's raising an eyebrow at me too, isn't she? Oh, she knows. She knows. Oh, she do know. She do be knowing though. Well, considering I never said, I freeze as all the girls look at me expectantly. You know, that is a good idea, and I'd love to contribute as your newest member. The eyes light up, even Natsuki's.
Really? Yes! I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, Sayori, gonna puke. Tap out, tap out.
Sorry.
You're not just joining for the cupcakes, right? Not at all. They're a good selling point, I'll give you that, but I do wanna try something new. Sayori seems to enjoy this club after all.
Then let's make it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
Huh? Is Monica left-handed? I mean, apparently? No, there's a piece of paper in her hand. Take her hand and shake it. Paper slipped into my hand. Thank you, Madam President. I wonder what's written on that paper. As we release hands, Monica asks me something new.
Hey, Meiji. Hey, Meiji.
Yeah?
So you already mentioned while we were coming here that you've read Sense and Sensibility, and you confirmed it earlier.
I raise an eyebrow. Yeah, I have. Why?
I was just wondering if I could ask your opinion on something. Is that okay?
This wasn't something that was part of the game. See? You're already changing things. Damn it. Okay. Improvise. It's been a while since I've read the book, but sure, I can try.
Well, it's just about Edward keeping his engagement a secret from Eleanor. Was he right?
I still say that he should have told Eleanor.
Natsuki, I keep telling you, he was an honorable man. He didn't want to dishonor his family name. You guys!
As I see this, I get the distinct impression that Monica isn't just asking about the book. Might be something she wants my opinion on secrets. Like the one she's keeping from her clubmates. Well, it's a tough question to answer if I'm honest. On one hand, Yuri, you're right. He was honor bound to his engagement to Lucy. But you're also right, Muramoto-san. He probably should have told Eleanor. But remember that he isn't perfect. Edward was pretty shy and didn't really pursue Eleanor that much in the beginning. It's the imperfections of the characters that make them all so intriguing. I mean, I wouldn't enjoy a manga or light novel so much if the main character was completely OP. Unless it's done in an interesting and unique way. I finish and notice all the girls are looking at me, but especially Sayori, who looks completely dumbstruck. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a tangent.
No, it's okay. Thanks for your opinion.
I guess when you put it that way, it kind of makes sense. But he still should have said something. It's a slippery slope either way.
Yes, it is. But at least they ended up together in the end, right?
Yes, there is that.
Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's somewhat unusual meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me.
Meiji, I really look forward to seeing how you express yourself. And get better soon.
She's looking at me the entire time. Now she's winking, but if she's not winking at me, she's looking at me with teasing eyes. And a smug grin on her face. I grin and salute. But she knows she has to know everything. Will do, Madame President. I begin to clean up.
Oh, let us do that.
She grabs the tray I'm about to take, and our hands touch. Oh no! Accidental hand holding. We'll get more glitchy. Honestly, the game did get glitchy in the beginning. Right before our main character awoke So the story started at my place, at my home. I went to sleep, and the more dialogue I spoke to myself, the more can't talk. But the glitch effect started occurring on the screen until eventually I passed out to sleep, and when I woke up, I was in Meiji's body. So that's how that happened. So there was a little bit of glitchy stuff going on in the beginning, and Monica definitely knows something's up, so there might be more coming up. Also, before we woke up in Meiji's body, we also the command console opened up. Remember the command console that Monica also used when she deleted the character files? Yeah, right, that very same command console opened up to place our main character to change our main character placement, create some additional character files, and apparently install a Japanese language plugin in our main character so he can understand what the fuck they're talking about. She grabs the tray I'm about to take, our hands touch. Her hand lingers longer than necessary. Look at that. She wants it. Okay. I mean, I'm not against it. But look at her face, you can tell. Okay. Something about that look is just making me weak. I don't know what it is. You've already done more than enough for us. I mean me. I purposely use plural and act as if I've made a mistake. Let me at least do something. Feel a sudden headache, I clutch my head. Geez, at least do something? Stop being such a stubborn boy. Yeah, alright, sorry Muramoto-san, thanks for the help. I watch guiltily as the girls clean up. After a few minutes, the room's clean and the girls head out, all except for Sayori. She comes in with another mug of warm broth. She puts it down, then sees the others off.
I'll see you all tomorrow.
She comes back in.
I hope you're not mad at me for tricking you like that.
Sayori, what did I say earlier?
I'm your bestest friend.
I ruffle her hair. I know you didn't mean any harm by it, you're just looking out for me, and I appreciate it. I just want to get through this day before I end the stream, okay? I think that's a good stopping point then.
Is it my fault that you're sick?
Why would you think that? Sayori, why do you think it's your fault?
I made you get snacks yesterday and...
No, that's not why. I bought that egg sandwich for myself. That one's all on me, alright? Besides, you didn't make me. I wanted to get you snacks, alright? Meiji begins feeling guilty when he sees her tears. Hug her! For once I agree with him. Alright, Meiji, you got it, I'll do it.
But...
I hold her close, stroking her hair gently. No buts, Sayori, it was my mistake that got me sick. Nothing you did caused this.
Okay. I'll trust you. You know what's best for me after all.
I break the hug, Sayori still looks like she's about to cry. Do you want to watch a movie with me? Good move, Sayori usually likes happy movies. I am not surprised.
Yes, I'd like that.
I'll go choose one. Go to the spare bedroom and browse the collection of movies. Come across Ang Lee's movie version of Sense and Sensibility. Perfect. Really? That's the one you're going for? Trust me. I head back to the living room. Sayori's waiting for me. When I show her what I picked out, she smiles.
They made a movie?
They made a few movies, it's a famous and old book after all. I set up the DVD player, then sit back down. Sayori sits next to me. Halfway through the movie, the door opens and Meiji's mom walks in.
Meiji, how are you feeling?
I pause the movie. Better. Not completely back to normal, but better. Meiji's mom then notices Sayori.
Oh, hi Sayori, thanks for checking in on Meiji. No problem, Jesus-san.
Meiji's mom is carrying a plastic bag. Inside, she pulls out a large drink.
I got you a sports drink to help you feel better. Have you been eating anything?
I had some of that broth throughout the day, and then a cupcake from Sayori's club members.
Club members?
I'll explain later, Mom.
Alright, what are you watching? Is that Sense and Sensibility?
Yep.
You know I love that movie.
She sits on the couch. Do we know that? I mean, Meiji might know it, but we don't.
We can start over if you want.
I don't mind either. I reach for the remote.
Oh, you're too sweet, but I couldn't do that. I've seen it enough as it is.
She leans back on the couch beside me.
Go ahead.
For the next hour, we watch the rest of the movie. Slowly sip the drink until it's gone. Meiji even seems to enjoy it. The movie ends around 7 in the evening.
Oh no, I gotta get home, I'll be late for dinner. I'll see you to the door, dear.
Sayori, thank you for everything you did today. I really did have fun.
You're welcome.
Meiji's mom walks her to the door, and the two say their goodbyes.
So, what did Sayori do while I was gone? He said he'd tell me later. Well, it's later.
Oh, well, I explain everything that happened.
That's bold of her. But I'm glad. Your dad and I have been worried about you. You've been in your room a lot more recently, and we were scared that you'd lose even the one friend you have.
I made Mom and Dad worried too. It's okay, dude, really. I smile sadly. I'm sorry, Mom. A pair of motherly arms wrap themselves around me as she strokes my hair lovingly.
It's okay, sweetie. I'm just glad you found something new to try.
You've got a great mom. She reminds me of my own. She gets a bit annoying and overprotective, but yeah, she's pretty great. We both sit there for a while in comfortable silence. After a while, I open my eyes. It's nighttime already. Don't remember falling asleep, but I might have. Some of my head is in Minako's lap now. Not sure how that happened. I sit up too quickly and rub my eyes. Mom, I'm a bit tired. Is it okay if I go to bed now?
Just so long as you don't read more manga and go straight to bed.
Promise.
Good.
I really wanted to continue reading Parfait Girls and that other novel. He sounds reluctant to admit that last part. We can do that tomorrow. In the club. Yeah, you're right. He sounds excited. I stared and grabbed the books. Good night, Mom. She kisses my cheek.
I'll check in on you before I leave for work.
Mom, I'll be fine.
Let me worry, alright?
I sigh, trying to sound more like a teen. Fine, I'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, mate. You sleep well.
Trudge back upstairs, put the books away, and then collapse on the bed. Oof, what a long day. You're telling me. So, plans for tomorrow. I reach into my pocket and pull out Monica's note. We need to talk at your earliest convenience. Love, Monica. Well, looks like we're going to meet Monica at some point. Hooray! Alright, but when? At our earliest convenience, obviously. Put the note in the bag. Good night. Turn off the light and collapse onto the bed. Close my eyes and instantly fall asleep. Wednesday, October 25th, 2017. And that's where I'm gonna end it. Honestly, we made a lot of progress. Let me just quickly check in here. I'm gonna save right away. Also, it looks so colorful here. Why is it so colorful? Look at that. Okay. Just quickly. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Sad I missed the first one. You know you can always watch the archive if you want to know what happened. Love the menu. It definitely is different. They definitely customized this game a lot this time around. I mean, no one wants to hear that beeping right now. But we need to figure out who to raid. That's the thing. So, it is saved. Okay. So let's figure out who to raid. And yeah, hopefully Twitch will be a little bit more... Hopefully Twitch will be a little bit kinder in the future when it comes to, you know, notifications and stuff. Because apparently Twitch still doesn't want to do that all the time. I gotta find 50 subs. Oh yeah, that is annoying. I mean, at least you can unlock, by doing some kind of quest, you can unlock a recipe that makes sheer cold less bad, because it slows it down a bit. I never used that stuff, but it's a thing that you can make if you do some quest. I'm not sure which one it is. But yeah, then you can make goulash, and then you can slow down. I think it halves the speed at which you freeze. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I agree that the cold is really, really annoying. Really annoying. By the way, speaking of Genshin, might I add one thing? Remember how I got Mona in the last stream? She's already higher level than Amber. Shows how much I really wanted to use Mona and how much I've been neglecting Amber. But there you go. That's how quickly that works. Now then, raid someone. Oh, look at that. Rez is live. In that case, we'll just raid him. In that case, I don't need to look for someone. I probably won't stick around for too long, but I think we'll be doing that. Pull 2 new 4-star characters. Nice. I mean, 4-star, definitely not as good as 5-star, but you know. Currently, again, trying to save up for Klee whenever she will come back. But yeah, I'm ending the stream here. Next time, in the next stream, we're also gonna jump into another new game. That being, you know, Life is Strange Before the Storm. I hope you're looking forward to that. Trying to get them all same, honestly. Now, I know there are a bunch of people would probably call it blasphemous that I've never once drawn anything on the weapon banner. But honestly, I'm just far more interested in the characters than the weapons. I know if you're trying to get a good team together, you need to draw some weapons too at some point, but I just want to get... I'm just far more obsessed with the characters. You know? Maybe I'll get some weapons eventually too. There is the weapon banners. Yes, so same on that, I guess. Anyway, let's get ready for the raid, okay? Trying for this character, yeah. But let's get ready for the raid. And continue that conversation maybe another time. Maybe continue it on Discord, however you want to do that. So let's get ready. See you over there. And goodbye to everyone watching this on YouTube as well. Bye.